tonight. I gotta figure this out. Hold on a second. I don't plug this in, then I go longer and I forget, and then we went at the battery. I don't want that, so hopefully everybody's doing well. I can tell you I'm moving much better today. I'm glad I rested yesterday. My back feels much, much, much better. Doesn't feel as bad as it did yesterday. I can move actually today a little bit better, and I could. So that was good. I was very thankful that I could move around and walk better, and it wasn't nearly as sore as it was. So it very helpful to be able to move and then be able to be in a position of movement today. I still was sore, still took it easy, not pushing it, but I'm much better. So thank you all for those that prayed and good thoughts, good vibes, whatever you believe in. Because I just got up this morning and just was able to move around just a little bit more. So thank you all very, very much for everything. I appreciate it. So while we wait for everybody to come in, I'm trying to get to my channel. Just there we go. So this is our new one. I know. Early for everything. You're putting out fall stuff. I get it. But like I said before, hi, Rebecca. Um, it took a little longer than I thought to cut it out of the thing. So just a second. So we are going to be doing several of these. I'm going to be doing one, picking the best one, of course, to go down to the Amish country, and the other three are going to go to Fall Fest grand prize winners as one of the things that we're going to be doing. Hi, pre-retirement days. Welcome on in. You can put hashtag blessed in the chat if you want people to connect with your channel. Remember, we do have memberships back, and those did come back. We're working to full monetization. Try and get back to that. I will be getting patterns up soon, y'all. Probably sometime next week. I'll start getting back to the computer. I just focusing on getting my stock back with the soap caddies, so we can be ahead of the game with that. So this is the pattern that we are going to be doing. I think it is so stinking cute. For the pumpkin. I think it's really cute. It kind of has the fall leaves on the bottom. It has the cute little bow. I think it's so cute. So this is the pattern we're doing for the pumpkin for the Kinusaiga. And the size, hi Rebecca again. The size that Josh cut out was an 8x7. So that's the size that we'll be doing. We had to do something so that it's something that we can also mail easily, because we will be mailing it for the grand prize winner that wins with the Gail Southern Living. Y'all haven't checked that out, please do. She has an amazing channel. This is the long awaited one I will also be working on, if I can find my little wheels. Hold on a second. This is the Amish buggy. We'll also be working on. and I know it looks kind of weird a little bit, is um we don't have uh we don't have I think what it is. We don't have, give me a minute. I think in my head. And we don't have the little things that go here, but that'll probably be added with some kind of string, or I'll use yarn or something, or I have that gold thread from the crochet thread in silver, or go get black thread or something. This will most likely make it a brown horse. So that's why I chose not to. And of course, we'll put a little glass eye there. Still have to make all the cuts on this. We may have to make a little alteration to the wheels because the wheels look a lot bigger than what we actually have. So this is the size. For the front. So I may have to, this will be this. So it's quite a little bit big difference. So I may have to, it'll be like down here. So what I may do for the wheels is, I don't know, put like, because it'll be fabric anyway. I may have to, bring this line up a little bit more because this really needs to kind of be there. But this is the size of that, and these are the size of what this is going to be. So the only other thing to do. Hey, son, welcome on in. The only other thing to do with this would be to put like a thing of fabric, you know, around the circle, and then put this in the middle here, which would be cute too. Like it would have to be, because this is all going to be black. So if I did this in black, possibly, but it wouldn't look too bad. Let's see. Because here is where you're going to kind of have to have them, and you're going to have them on the ground because you want to have them kind of lining up with, hold on a sec, kind of lining up to that. So that would have to be there, and then that would kind of have to be there. Wouldn't look that bad. Because this is going to have to be, if we carry this line, I'm not doing a very straight line, am I? Carry this straight line here back. And this is why we test patterns out. Right? If we did that, then you kind of put this kind of right there. And then we can kind of put this one, it's got to look like it's on something. Right? Because you want the wheels to kind of be matching to some degree. Just want it to be, it's got to sit from here to like here. So kind of sitting there, which is going to be low for that one. But this is going to have to be like this, going up like this. So if that's sitting there, we may be okay. It's this wheel we're going to have to figure something out. Because, well, if this goes here, like that, which is not a straight line, I know it's not. Right? It'll kind of be, it'll be fine. These are going to be black. So that's going to be there. That's going to be there. which will line up perfectly. Hi, gaming girl, welcome on. And you can put hashtag blessed in the chat. You want people to connect with your channel. And these, I'll be making these corrections before I print this out. Okay. So that lines up perfectly that way. This is going to kind of go here. Kind of like that. Kind of like that right there. Which will be fine because we can get the spokes to line up right where it needs to. And then we're going to kind of put that. Unfortunately, if you don't put these things straight, they're not going to look right. And if you did two the same, they're not going to look right. You have to have one smaller and one bigger. It's going to look adorable. I'll also sit there and figure that out. I wonder if I take this and I kind of bring this down a little bit, just a little bit, and make that not. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. I think I have to remove the wheels, and then this is 1.5 inch, and that's 1 inch. And then I'll have to finagle it. I may have to move this line up just a little bit. Can't really move this too much, but if I may have to move this up a little bit. So we can move this just up just a little bit. Because this is 1.5 inch. No, it's not. Just take that back. No, I'm on the wrong side. That'd be nice, right? This is 1.5, roughly, and the other one's 1.5, and they're adorable. So what I'll do is I'll erase this line, at least here, so it comes up just a little bit more, possibly. We'll figure it out. I have to erase the wheels and then figure out how to put them on with the size that they are, or put it back so that so what this buggy needs to do is just drop just a little bit, possibly, but well, I'll figure it out. I'll upload it to. I did it on ChatGPT. I'll upload it before I finish it. See if I can get that more straight. But it's going to look adorable. That is going to be our horse and buggy. It's to figure out the wheels. They're going to be cute. So those are a little decoration for that. So I wanted to show you all this because I am going to be very pleased to work on this. So we'll put this in our little pattern stack. So I don't lose it. It's my head. Probably will. So this is our pumpkin. Much fabric in here. Still still a little tight in the back area. Better than I was yesterday. Yesterday I was very sore. Keep hydrated. So we have, I think I was going to use this, which is our gold fabric. We always use a little bit of sparkle in everything we do. I was thinking of using this possibly for the stem. We've got this. I got this. We got this. We can also use we choose to possibly for the green stem if we want to. And I did take the ladybug and I did fix for those that needed to see. I did fix the cross. Sorry, we can't put that in the middle. There we go. So I did make this so that it's not as perfect, but it's not as like it was really like the whole thing just looked off-sided, so it looks a little bit better. It doesn't look so distorted. The other one made this side look like really small, so I fixed it to make it look much more even kiltered. Okay, I couldn't take it. I had to fix it. Wasn't gonna work for this girl. We have this. I do have this. I do have this. This. We have this if we wanted to use this as well. It's a pretty fabric, y'all. And this. So there's our fabric I had chosen for the pumpkin series. So, with that being said, I think we need to start with the center of the pumpkin. Okay, that needs to be the forefront of the pumpkin. Okay, we've got all our fabric we're using. Got strings all over the place, string among us here. All right, so we have to think what we're using. There are, this is one section, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 sections. So I was thinking that it would be really cool if we use this maybe for the middle. It's a really strong one. So if we have that, that's the middle. That would be the only time we would use that one. Then, okay, we'd figure out this section. We have this section. And of course, this section in the middle, which really kind of equals it all out. There was something I was going to use, and I liked it. It was blue, now that I remember it. Ugh, I'm still having trouble lifting anything heavy. Don't throw out your back. It's not a good thing. It's never a good thing when you do that. I know I got it. I got to find it now. And I don't think I gave it to Christina. But I got it. I remember that. So we all are kind of our stuff together. And then, hi, Riches. Welcome on in. This is our pumpkin. Isn't it darling? So cute. So cute, cute, cute. And back is better. I'm not as stiff and sore as I was. I thought I got some kind of turquoise. I remember getting some kind of turquoise. You think here it is. Couldn't remember it. It was this. I knew I got something. It's gonna go. So, that being said, and I just showed everybody. Just have to figure out the wheels. That's the only thing. But you'll have to go. I did show everybody the horse and buggy that we're going to be doing. And I know that we're not making perfect, but I did fix the cross. I think the cross looks a little bit more even on both sides now. doesn't look as wonky as it did. So this was the finished one. We still have to finish it. I know we still have to finish it. But anyway, this is going to be the horse and buggy. And I think that I showed everybody. I just had to kind of position the wheels because they look bigger on here than they are. Because the wheels are going to be cute. And we'll use, of course, the gloss eye. But I have to work on the wheels a little bit, but still. So I have to work on the wheels, but that's going to be the wheels. So the wheels, I think, are going to be so adorable. So anyway, that's going to be the horse and buggy. I think it really is cute. So that's we're going to be getting to that, I promise y'all. But I've got like 4 of these to do, so I got to get started on them. So we have 9. So I was thinking if we did this as the center part of the pumpkin, this big part here is the big part of the pumpkin. So if we did this for the big part, and then we did, I think this would be kind of the side, I think, on both of them. The side on the both parts. Hold on a second. So wait, hold it. That's the side. And then we can either do this. I like this on the outside. I think that's going to be on the outside. So I think this is the way that we'll go with this because there's 4 little sections. That's the middle. And then we could do something like that. And what you think of those colors together? I really want to add a little touch of blue somewhere, somehow, some way. Or we change it up and do it this way. Or we don't put the blue. Because in this section, where we could take this color and put it in between like this. You know, then it would have that, and it would be totally orange. Then, hi Zach, welcome on in. Then, keeping that in mind, we have the fall leaves down here. Okay, so we could take this, okay, and kind of mix in the fall leaves to kind of be a little bit of maybe alternating and putting pattern fall and then mixing it up. Okay, kind of put this here, and we could even put some of this in there, which would have the fall leaves. So we're kind of doing pattern blue and then pattern blue and kind of mixing it back and forth. And then alternating these 2 together. What do you think of that? We stick with the pumpkin being orange and then alternate instead of it all being the same color down in the fall leaves. And then, of course, we have this for the background. That's going behind the pumpkin. So the question is, do we stick with the orange of the pumpkin? And then we make the fall leaves kind of dance with that color? Or what? Or we add the blue to the pumpkin? That's the question. Well, y'all are letting me know. Let's start with this glitter part of the pumpkin first. Yeah, they all work together. I think we're gonna keep the pumpkin orange, and then we'll mix in that blue down here so it's not just solid these colors, because I think it'll be overwhelming if it's solid. Maybe, maybe not. Oops. Hopefully everybody's doing well. At least I was able to get up today and move around and not feel like I couldn't move. And I'm glad I took yesterday and just, as my grandfather said, take it easy. Yeah, they all work together. So I know everybody's like, can't believe she's doing it all. I didn't have to do so many of these. I would, but I'm gonna have to be doing several of them. So I better get started on them, right? I may not do all of them live, but and I want to get the pattern up so that and tested, because when we do the Southern Living giveaway, the Fall Fest, I want to be able to say that this pattern's up and running on our merch store. So next week I'm going to start my juice back again. I got sidetracked with some stuff. I have a very sweet husband, you know that. Last night, because we have sheets and we need some new sheets. But anyway, yeah, I think we've got a split king, right? And anyway, we cut, you know, it tends to pop off a little bit off the bed. And Josh just looked at me, and I was using the ladies' room, and he just looked at me, and I was coming back. He said, "You just stay right there." He said, "I will fix the sheets," because he could tell I could barely move. It was not, my back was not happy. And he just said, "Have you put heat on your back all day?" I said, "No." He said, "Well, get in bed." And he got me all set up with heat on my back. And then he just said to me, "Don't move. Just lay there and rest." I was very thankful, because he just looked at me and said, you need to rest. And that's all there is to it. My husband is very soft spoken kind of guy, but when he'll be the only one to sit there and say now. He'll be soft spoken, but when it comes to me, if he knows I'm pushing it, he'll say, "Now, Mary, you don't need to be pushing right now. You got to be lying down, resting." Now, I can see that probably this fabric you can see through a little bit, but I'm not going to add the white. I'll tell you why. I kind of like the little bit of the darkness. It gives it just dyes it down. It makes it not so bright. It's a beautiful piece of fabric. Yes. It's a beautiful piece of fabric. And you could, if you wanted to, and do a little test, right? You could, with this, add the white to it. It's not dramatic. in the sense of, it's a hard one to tell because I've got very dramatic. Yeah, right. You can see it a little bit through there that maybe adding the white would be, I don't know, maybe I'm going to change my mind in a minute. I think I may change my mind. What do y'all think? It's hard to see on the one because it's got spraying on the back. Here's a better example. This is with the white is here, and with the without the white is here. This side over here is without the white, and this is with the white. I think I may add the white now that I look at it. I didn't think you would have to on that one, but I think it's gonna, well, it's gonna pull it away. Can't do anything about it. We're not gonna lose it. It just pulled all the stuff off, right? Okay, you got it. What you can do is do one of two things. What I'm just gonna do with this is just take some of our Elmer's glue and just, I don't feel like dealing with the other. Just rub it on there. It'll be fine. We're not going to use our spray stuff because we pretty much have sticky stuff all over this. So there's no sense to use the spray stuff. Okay. The only problem is if it's going to, I don't want to waste it. Okay. Put it down. Get your little thing and just see if you can get it to the point where we can. It's a slight difference, but I think that it's going to make a difference enough to be. I may have to. I don't want to waste the piece, but I may have to. We'll see. Let's get this down first, right? Let's get this down before that dries. We're gonna cut this piece. We're gonna cut this piece. Nope. Let's see if I have to get another piece. It's enough of a piece just to kind of be. I'm only using one of this, so it's not like it's a. But because of the. Don't know if I like how. Okay, we're gonna forgo that piece. I will keep it in case I get another. I'm not gonna throw it out. Oops. I'll just put it in our scrap over there. I've got enough of it. I'm not worried. So I've got the glue on there. And because I do not have a ton of fabric, I will get my spray stuff and I'm going to spray it. Only because we don't have a ton of glue on. I know I'm cutting like an a big piece. I know it looks like it, and it is. I'll put some away. It's fine. Because we don't have any other fabric, I would not recommend doing this if you have fabric already on your piece because you don't want to have it on there. But because there's no other fabric, we're going to go ahead and give it a little bit of a spray. And then we'll put this piece down. And if we absolutely got a little bit too much, I can tell, it'll dry. Okay, we got way too much. We're going to take it afterwards. I'm not worried about it. We're going to put that in our little scrap pile. We're going to put this in our little scrap pile. Okay. So I've got a little thing here that I just put fabric in. May or may not use it one day. That's going to dry. Not worried about that. It's going to dry clear. Now that's a much brighter green or orange. Not green, orange, you silly. So it just looks richer. It makes the glitter pop a little bit more. And if by chance that's going to leave a mark, which I hope it doesn't, we will try water because it shouldn't be doing that. But we're gonna literally, I'm gonna wait until this is put in and then I'm gonna try the water trick on it. Because if not, we'll replace it. Not a big deal. I'm not worried. This fabric was gotten at Country Fabrics. It's dissipating as it dries. So I'll let it dry before I do the water technique. And I'm going to stretch it up here so that it just really. But again, if you get little marks where you're trying to put your stuff in, you just use the water. It'll smooth things out. I wouldn't use an iron on this because you're dealing with foam and it will melt the foam. But so. So this is just this is an odd shape of a piece. It's not impossible to do. It's just I'm having to lift it up because it's odd. But we'll get it in there. I think this is a much richer orange by putting the water or the white behind it. Well, we're somehow, some way. There is, where is it? The Country Fabrics is going to be hosting an end of the year clearance in the week of September around Christina's birthday. They're going to be hosting, like they're going to be clearancing all of their fabric out. They're going to be putting it out. We're going to go and check it out. They put all of their fabric that they're not going to be all on sale out on their thing outside their store. So we're going to go check it out. Y'all know I have to. Y'all know I do. So they're going to be doing that in September. Christina's birthday's in September. So, and those that don't know, we are with the Amish Soap Company. We are affiliates with them now, so they have amazing products. I did look. I do want to try. They do have non-scented, and I love their gift one. This oatmeal and honey. Love it. But I'm also very sensitive to smells. It doesn't have a heavy smell. I can handle it. But I want to try their non-scent one. Just because I want to see really how I handle that too as well. And that would be great for anybody that's really sensitive to smells. And so I want to try that. And then they have a whole facial line, like an acne line. I'd like to just give the facial ones a try. So anyway, all their stuff is natural. Great company that we have been able to become affiliates with, and they do have our soap caddies in their stores. So we are pleased for the partnership. And eventually they're hoping to maybe think about down the road, maybe placing it on their website. But that's down the road. We'll get there. But if you're looking for Christmas gifts coming up, um, something to think about. If you need Christmas gifts for people, at least you know you're supporting a small family business, and you're also getting all natural products made right here in the state of Ohio. And I can tell you one thing about their lotion. If you're one like me, does not like um the lotion to be greasy on your hands, it's not. I can put this stuff on. I just use just a little dab. I gotta give it back to Josh though. That's probably too much. You don't need much, just a little bit. A little dab, and it just goes right into the hand. So for someone that works with fabric and stuff, you don't want a lot of greasy. What if your patterns? I'm sure they would appreciate that. They're a great company. We're going to be giving some away for the what is it? The Gale Southern Living. We're going to be doing one of those. So I'm just excited that I'm excited about the company, but I'm also excited that our soap caddies are finally someplace that kind of has soap. Not that the other places don't have soap. They all seem to have soap in their line of stores. You know, they've got handmade soap in their stores, but it's kind of special when they got that. So, and I'm still making soap caddies. I don't think I'm ever giving up making soap caddies, y'all. So, I've got a great thing. Just if you all are looking needing Christmas gifts, you know somebody that likes, soap and lotions and stuff, great place to look for. And let's be the first one to tell you I'm not going to recommend a product unless I believe in it, and I believe in their products. I looked on last night and they even have baby products. They have it called what was it called? Sweet Cheeks. Sweet Cheeks, where they have like little baby lotions items. That was so cute. I love the name of it. It seems to be that has a little stain. I'm not happy. So let's take our water drink. Water drink. Boy, I'm sticky. Right. And we're gonna get some more patterns up, I promise y'all. Is there a pattern we've done that's not on there that y'all want to see? I need to do the teapots. I need to do the cross. Excuse me. Bounce back. Thank God it's just water. I need to do the ladybug cross. The quilt one's on there. Hopefully this will. It just got. I brought it without ever taking. Just seemed to go through the stuff. So let's. Hopefully that'll fix it because it. Let's hope. I may have to replace it, but I hope not. Hopefully that'll take care of it because it just got funky. I know it never happened before. I'll have to see. I'll have to see what happens in a bit. But I like it with the white because it does make it a little bit better. Makes it a stronger. Yeah, the oat and honey, the oat and honey get bun thing is wonderful. I mean, it's just smells good. I just love it how you put the lotion in your hand and it just goes right in your hands. You're not sitting there. I'm the first one that if I put lotion on my hands, I want to go to the bathroom if it's greasy and go wash it right off. I won't keep it on my hands because I don't like anything that's greasy. Like it's sensory. I'm like, get it off me. I don't want it on my hands. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm that way. I do not like greasy stuff. The first one, and when I was in the store and I put it on my hands, I'm like, man, because they had samples there the first time, and she's like, try this on your hands, and I'm like, man, this stuff just goes right into your skin. Josh really likes it too. Great stuff. And it's made right down in the Amish country too. Okay. I think what we're gonna do is do this in between here because I think this will be good to go this color. Then we're gonna go do the cream color, this color. Then we'll do this color here, and then we'll do this color here. I think that's what we're gonna do. At least I hope. I hope. I hope. I hope. So, if y'all are praying, one of our neighbors' father just passed away. So, just be lifting her up, lifting that family up. I don't want to say any names, but just be lifting them up in your prayers. I'm just glad I can move because I was really going to be kind of like not happy with my back this weekend. I'll tell you that. I go, nip, 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 nip. Now, before we put this down, yes, we should pull out the white, shouldn't we? I think this is, I just dropped that behind there. I may have to put this in. This is without. Yep, I think that's a no-brainer on that one. Yep, we're gonna have to do that one too. Drops across. Oh, it's about to do that. All right. I've got white because this is where you use the white, but we'll need it for sure. Okay. So who is ready for fall and who isn't ready? I know I'm ready. I know I'm ready for the cooler weather. That's for sure. I am so ready for the cooler weather. Oh wait, hold it. This isn't it then. Well, we're gonna put this away. I saw the back of it. I got the wrong stuff. I got the wrong stuff. Yeah, I hit the wrong stuff. Oh God. I was talking to my mom, and I'm gonna try to do the video tomorrow. It'll take me a little bit to edit it, but I really wanted to do my own little take on it, on the watch hours. And I wanted to take a moment to explain, because a lot of people that aren't in, this is what I need, in the analytics of everything may not totally understand when it comes to it. So I'm gonna take a minute. Those people that aren't in the analytics of everything have to realize right now, currently, you have to reach 8,000 or 4,000 watch hours to be fully monetized. What they're going to change in February is you getting from 4,000 to 8,000. You're still going to keep the 1,000 subscribers. I use it loosely. We use community members. They're still going to keep you, allowing you at 3,000 to hit partial monetization. They are not, they're going to change how they view shorts. And there's going to be a lot of people like myself that used to get, if we did well on a short, we used to get, uh, revenue a little bit from that. Mama used to get it, not me. That won't happen. So, no, I took this. No, I got this one. I thought I cut this. Maybe I did. So, that's going to affect a lot more channels than what I think they think is going to happen. Because there's going to be a lot of people that are just not going to take the time, and I've talked to a couple people. I'm not going to bother with shorts anymore because I'm going to do them. I'm going to do them for my community, but I'm not going to spend a lot of time on them anymore because they've taken the threshold so high that unless you're a huge channel, you're not going to accomplish that. So we're going to focus a lot on short term video, lives, and putting shorts up that our community hopefully will appreciate and like. But we're not going to spend an exorbitant amount of time on it. So, those will be some things that I think across the board, a lot of channels that I didn't tell you that will be doing exactly what I just stated. They're just not going to bother with it. They'll do it for their community like we will, but they're not going to spend time on it because they're going to spend what, helps them do what needs to get done. And so, you know, but, like I said the other day, somebody came into the live and said, I'm the only one here. And I said, yeah, and I'm here for that one person. Guys, I don't care if 10 people show up. I don't care if 5 people show up. I don't care if one person shows up. Yes, I care. And I would hope that as we grow, things will happen and we'll get more and more people in. I'm not saying that, but I'm here for the people that show up. So when we go live, I'm not looking how many people show up. I'm just looking at, hey, I see that person. Oh, that person showed up. That person came in. I'm here for the people that show up. I'm here for myself. I'm here for the connection. I need it. And I'm so grateful for it. And everything will happen in time. And, And two, here's another thing I want people to understand too. What happens a lot of the times for most YouTube channels in the summer months is they do slow down because a lot of people are out about there. I may have to change that because I don't know why that turned on it, but I don't know if you can see it, but I'm gonna have to change it out, unfortunately. I don't know why I did that. The rest of it didn't do it, but that did it. And it's gonna have to be changed out in a minute. I was hoping it would go away, but I don't see it going away. It's not. It's got a mark like right here, and I don't understand why it does. It's such a pain in the neck to get in. Oh, Riches, thank you so much. Kevin, Elevate. If y'all haven't checked out Elevate or Elevated, check them out too. Tip, Real Life Babe, Myrtle, Mrs. Debbie, Home Slice. Yeah, it does. Hearts, MSE. Welcome on in to the Blessed Disco Ball community and our membership. Thank you very, very much. We we just appreciate you, but we appreciate you just for being here. I'm I'm so thankful to all my people that are just here and that they're supportive and just grateful. Thank you very, very much. Big hugs. And I'm thankful for having you in my life. You're a dear friend and I appreciate that. It looks wet. I don't understand why I did that. It's okay. We can fix it, right? We can fix it. It's fixable. And it's irritating, but it's fixable. So I don't know about you, but I'm ready for fall. I am so ready for it. I want fall. I want the fall leaves. Oh, the fall leaves have already started. You all haven't checked out I forget the show now. Not the show, the channel. Uh Real Life Our Life's Adventures. And they have 9 monkeys and farm animals and all this stuff. Just I love the channel. When I was kind of dealing with my aunt's loss, I watched their channel, and it was so nice to watch their channel, and I could smile even when I didn't want to smile. Anyway, they've even said that there's fall leaves dropping, and they said it's early for that. It's early for all that stuff. Okay, let's change that. You know me, I ain't gonna like it. I'm not gonna like it, and I don't know why I did that. But we're gonna save the fabric. We do not waste fabric here. We just don't. But we got to fix it. And my next question is, it shouldn't do that. We're gonna fix it. We got this, y'all. I'm kind of doing this a little backwards. Might as well just cut it off. Don't worry, I only need 4 more of these. I may go through all of them by this time. Oh boy. So anyway, let's take this thing out because I don't know why I did that. I wouldn't care, but it wasn't the easiest piece to get in there. It knew. Okay, let's take this out and we're gonna put stuff on it. We got it. We got it. Just I don't know if you all have seen them on Facebook. My husband looked at them last night. I would never buy. I don't think I would ever buy one. But there's these. This. You seen them? They're called these bouncy dresses. Oh, they look so much fun. I was sitting there. I was. Yes, I know because they don't have it out there. I could ask. I'll send you some. Anyway, I watched it and I was like, I said, I was watching it last night, and he said to me, he goes, I said, I don't think I could bounce right now if you asked me. But it's these things called bouncy dresses. Have you all seen them? Oh, they just look like so much fun, and there's people wearing them, and the whole dress just bounces. I mean, it looks so fun. But I looked at him last night and I said, I don't think I could bounce. Just I was sitting there trying not to laugh because it hurt. It's like, you watch them and then the whole dress just bounces, and I'm like, oh, that looks like so much fun. it's, they're on Amazon and they just look fun. Just go on Google and put in bouncy dresses and you'll see these bouncy. They just like I'm like you know people are standing there and the whole dress is just bouncing on the bottom. Oh my goodness, it's so much fun. I didn't hear of one till I watched this lady do it and I'm like, what is this? So cool to watch it. It was just fun. I think it's fun to watch. I don't know if I could do it. And I looked at him last night. I said, I don't think I want to bounce. Don't ask me to bounce right now. It hurts too bad. Let's try this for the third time. Third try for the win. Now I'm not going to put this straight down with us. I'm going to give it a minute to. It'll still be tacky, but I'm going to give it a second before I put this down. I just didn't like the fact that it looked wet. I'm going to be very careful how I put it. Now we're cooking with peanut oil. I don't know what happened with that. And I put more tape down because it's at this point taking up all the tape that's around it. Now that's better. That doesn't look like it's wet. It, but it's so much fun. Just Google bouncy dresses and you'll see these people dancing. It's so much fun. Now I will say this, and I'm not. Believe me, I'm not. And I love it because there are more of like if you've gone to like the church ladies wearing them to like the Pentecostal churches, and I'm not doing religion here. I'm not. Believe me, I'm not. And I love it because you've got they're bringing people no matter what color they are or thing, and they're all bouncing dresses together, and I'm like, that's what we should be, just one big huge coming together, and they're all sitting there and like, I will bounce with my sisters, and it's just I think it was this lady in Georgia that started this little shop that just and she's gone viral now with all these bouncy dresses and I'm just loving seeing them. Yeah, they just look so much fun. But I just said to Josh, I said, I don't think I'm gonna I just looked at them last night and I said, because he looked on the Amazon because they have them on Amazon and he just said, I said, I don't think I can bounce. He said, no, you probably shouldn't be trying to bounce. For those that don't know, I mean, when I sit there and tell you all that my back's toast, it's toast. I have disgeneration down my entire back. And I will keep walking for as long as my body will allow me to, but I won't go for back surgery. I won't do it. I've heard horror stories when it comes to that. But so it's not just that I've got like the spinal stenosis going on back there, and it's just my back's a mess. My back's toast. And it all started at Publix, you know. Christina was probably, oh, how old was she? She was not, she was just a baby. So she was in the cart at the Publix, right? And I was, you know, taking her, down the aisle. She was in the cart, and the employee wasn't watching what he was doing. Now, I had had issues a little bit with my back before then, and they also say if you have an epidural, which I did, sometimes that can, have it. So Christina was just a little baby. And they have said sometimes that people that experience certain traumas in their life can also sometimes suffer from back pain. They don't know what the correlation is between it, but sometimes that'll happen. So anyway, there was the guy, and he was a public person, and he was just playing around, and he decided to push the cart ahead of him. You know how kids do? They push it and then they run after it. He pushed that cart ahead. Let's just say he didn't catch up with it before it decided to hit my back. So he pushed it. The cart literally rammed it. I wasn't expecting it. I was bent, looking at Christina, talking with her, doing something. So I was not in the greatest position. And that cart just rammed me right in the back. And that started a whole thing worth of stuff. Let's just say they had to pay for doctor visits and all that kind of stuff. I've had to fill out an incident report and all that stuff. And I fear Brooks. And then, of course, falling and breaking my tailbone certainly was not something that probably assisted any of that either, because that jarred my back when that all happened. So I forgot how old Christina was. She was probably like, somewhere about 3 or 4, something like that. 2 or 3, something like that. I can't remember exactly how old she was. And I had a friend over with my goddaughter, and I was showing them something, and I was showing Christina liked it when I would take her, when you have babies, when you go like this. I will never do it with grandbaby. And it's never happening. So they can do it, but this woman is never doing it. I can promise you that. And I'm telling you what, I did it. I was fine. And I did it. And I looked at my friend and I said to her, come grab Christina. And she I couldn't move. I went down so fast. I don't know what I did. Just tell you, I was in the hospital later that night. I did something. The doctor's like, yep, you can't, you have to go home. And he said, you have to literally stay. He said, you have to go home. And he said, you can't lay flat. He said, took me about 3 weeks to lay flat. So over time, I've just destroyed it. And I've worked hard my entire life, I've never, I'm not saying that I've ever had it easy, and I've never, not, but I've been a hard worker my entire life. I do what I can now, but I was a single mom. I worked, provided for my daughter. My parents helped a little bit. I didn't have any help from the person who helped the other half that helped create her. So I had to provide. I had to provide my daughter with everything, and I would do things and deal with the pain later. And I worked a lot. I worked hard, and I did after my dad. I don't regret it. I did what I had to do, and I do it all over again too, with no regrets. And if anything, as a grandmother, that I can do is to teach somebody how to work hard. And I'm going to keep this little piece only because I'm going to keep the thing. I won't use that, but I could use the other side if I need to. And so, but y'all see me. I'm not shy. I just keep going. I keep going and I keep going. That looks a lot better. I'm much happier with that. I just keep going. I don't know what else to do. Never. My dad worked hard and I got it from him. And worked since I was 16 years old. And I've just kept doing it. I don't know how not to do it. You know, my daughter's a hard worker. It just goes right in our family. And, you know, I think sometimes today we've forgotten we got to teach our youth how to work hard because things don't come unless you work hard for them. You know, we've just forgotten how to teach them working hard, you know, and having a good ethic behind it, you know, and making sure that you do. Because I think that's something else that's lost today. It's like the ethic behind stuff, you know, and making sure that you have, you know, it's not just, it's the art of just kind of being, you know, we have to, it's and it's going to come out right in just a minute, Jill. You know, yeah, I'm trying to put my thoughts ahead. But I think we've just forgotten how to, you know, be ethical about things. And, you know, my dad was always that way. They knew that they could, have to see if this piece is going to need the white too. You know, I'll never forget. This was so impactful, y'all, just to show you. Josh was an auto mechanic, for those that don't know. Okay. And he loves working, if he could, auto tech. Excuse me. He loved working on cars. Okay. Yeah. Yes. He could get into a car and picture out how, I mean, literally picture the car and the wiring and all this kind of stuff. He's got a photographic mind. But we were at the dealership one time and there was a gentleman that brought his car in and he saw my husband. And one of these days he'll have to show you the tool. Now I want to say something about the tool because the only reason that he got the tool was because I, by just happen chance, got a gift card from Amazon. I won. So I let him have that tool. That was my present to him. It was kind of happy birthday, happy Christmas, and happy anniversary, kind of all thrown into one. And so anyway, and we really need to make more professional frames. You all can just, if you want to frame these things, just use the paint sticks. You put ribbon around with the paint sticks. Use ribbon, but because we're probably going to be trying to sell these or putting them in stores or so forth, we have to have just a little bit more professional frames for him, and it'll make it easier for him. Anyway, so anyway, there was a gentleman at the store or at the thing, and I was the cashier's office, and he saw my husband, who was dressed in the same uniforms that the techs did in the back fixing the cars. He looked at my husband. He said, "Do you work here?" And he goes, "Yes." He said, "Do you work in the back?" And he goes, "No, I work for Honda Parts. I'm a Honda Parts deliverer, driver." He said, "Because if you were in the back, you would be the only person working on my car." Because he used to go to Tires Plus and get his car fixed. And Josh would work on it because he insisted he was the only person working on his car. Because he said, "I knew," this came right from the guy. He said, "I knew that you were going to tell me exactly what I needed on my car, not tell me stuff I didn't need, but you were going to tell me I needed anyway." And he said, "I knew that I could trust you and your integrity was there, that you were going to be totally honest and upfront, that whatever I needed on my car, you was going to be honest." And he said, "Hi, God will. Welcome on in. You can put hashtag blessed in the chat if you want people to connect with your channel." So he just looked at him. He said, "If you were here," he said, "you'd be the only one working on my car back there." He said, and You know, that says something about integrity that goes and follows you. Because the guy said to me, he said, I knew that if you came and told me I needed this to my car or that on my car, he said, when you were working at Tires Plus, he said, I knew you were going to be honest with me about it. You weren't trying to tell me something I needed when I did. And he had a boss one time that came to him and said, listen, I want you to go tell this guy that he needs tires for his car. And Josh just looked at me and said, no, he doesn't. He said, no, you're to go tell him he needs tires. He said, I won't do it. He said, then you know, that was not something that the guy liked because, you know, he wasn't doing what the boss wanted me. So I won't do it. He said, I'll walk out before I'm going to tell somebody they need tires in their car when they don't. He said, I won't do it. He said, you want that? You'll have to find somebody else to tell them because it's not going to be me. I don't know how he got the tires in the car. I don't know if the guy did. And I think, if I remember right, it was a family member too of the guy. You want to tell you how sneaky he was. And he came to work at my. You talking about the manager that fired you because yep. Telling customers they didn't need stuff that they needed? Yep. Yeah. He cheated his best friend. Mm-hmm. He was just had his brakes done. Yep. Resold the exact same brake job to his best friend. Mm-hmm. Talking about crooked. Yep. And he eventually lost his job there and came in and was a sales guy or service writer at the store that I was in. And the minute he came in our store, I looked at everybody and I said, see him? Watch him. He'll be gone very quickly. He ain't going to last very long because he's going to cheat somebody out of something. Sure enough, he was gone in 3 months. He was gone in 3 months. We're going to find out he was cheating every other service writer out there. Well, he was cheating the people. He would tell them stuff they didn't need when they did. He was cheating other service writers. It was just other service writers work orders. He turned around. Yeah. I remember one time he came up to Josh and he looked at me. He said, he said, you let all the air out of my tires. Because he took the little things out of his tires. The little put pebbles inside the valve stems. Yeah. And put the cap back on, so it would slowly leak out of. Yep. Air would slowly leak out of the tire. And so Josh hadn't worked for him. He was no longer working there. So he stopped to get gas because the thing was at a gas station. And I won't say his name, but he came up to Josh and said that. And Josh just looked at him and said, man, he said, if I was going to do something to your tires, he said, he said, believe me, it wouldn't have been that. Oh, I was so mad with him one time. Oh, so mad. I got a phone call from Josh. He's out in the parking lot. Okay, let me just tell you, I was furious with him. He was not my best friend after that. I got a phone call from him, and Josh was like, I can't breathe. I said, well, where are you? He said, I'm in the back. He said, they put him up to organize the tires or something. It was all dusty up there. And, it was Florida heat. And non-air conditioning place up there to take care of the tires. And so he just said to me, he said, I cannot breathe. And I said, well, where is everybody around you? And he said, well, whatever. And I said, well, I have to hang up the phone. And my mother, thankfully, was at our house, a little apartment place, so she could watch Christina. And I got on the phone. I said to him, I said, get in the back. You need to call the paramedics because he's having trouble breathing. And I said, get back there right now. He wasn't my favorite top person, I'll tell you that right now. Josh was okay, and he got to the got to the hospital and everything, but was not my favorite person. And he knew I didn't like him, and he didn't like me very much. And I really didn't care. Thought he was a he was a crook. And I told everybody there. I said, "Watch him. He's gonna be a crook." And sure enough, he was. It was. There are some people within the car industry that are good people. They're honest. They're good. They got good morals. There's some people that just aren't. Unfortunately. There's the chinslers or whatever you call them. The ones that tell you to do stuff you don't. But that was something that was pretty impressive. That Josh was able to have that person come up and say to him, "Well, if you were back there with the guys," he said, "you'd be the only one working on my car." Because he said, "I knew I could trust you. You would only tell me what I needed and not what I didn't need." And that's the reputation Josh had. Other customers at the store. Yeah. Yeah. This everybody at that store was honest until yeah. Came in. Well, you had the one boss I thought he was so nice. Forgot what his name. I don't say his name, but I can't remember it. But then they let him go and they brought in that guy. They sent him to a different store. Oh, he was awesome. He kept begging to go to his store. Yep. He's like, "No, I can't." The guy that they sent, the boss, he said to me, he goes, he said, "I've never met," he said, "you know why he makes a good auto mechanic? Because he can picture the whole thing in his head." He said, he takes a little bit longer, but he said because he wanted to make sure he did everything right and he'd take his time. But he said if he was a little bit faster, but he said, "I also know when he gets done with a job, whatever it is," he said, "I know it's done right." And he said he's methodical in how he does stuff. And he said, you know, it was just he wanted to make sure that he did his work well um and that followed him, that one guy that came to the store, the other thing saw him and said, well, and so you don't think your integrity and your stuff follows you, it does. It does. And it makes a difference. I think it's coming out so cute. And we gotta make sure that our young people are seeing that. That they're seeing that what they say and what they do is gonna follow them through life. You know. Dad knew. Oh yes, they're hard to find. Well, Josh was just one of those honest people. Of course, when he came to me, I'll never forget it. Because I had my Nissan Sentra. And he just looked at me and he said, "Honey, I love you." But he said, "The next time that Nissan Sentra needs catalytic," or wasn't a catalytic converter, it was a rack and pinion. He said, "You have to go find a new husband," because he said, "I'm not putting it in." He said, "I'll walk away before I'm putting that thing back in your car." He said, I swore. He said, yep. He just was like, nope. He said, we're done. He hated doing that. At that time, I had some small arms. I could fit in some tiny places. But that was not. It was not the best. That place was not the best place for it. Like I'm not putting it back in your car again. We're done. That car lasted for 18 years. Nissan Sentra. So I had it called it Rosebud. That was its nickname. Like, I'm not putting this thing back in your car ever again. He has a great love. I mean, Josh can sit there, and I've seen it happen. He can sit there. We're going down the road, and he can just say, "That's that car. That's that car. That's that car." Very knowledgeable on cars. He'd have been a tremendous mechanic if his body would have put up the body would have lasted. One of these days, he'd like to have. If we could, we'd have somewhat of a garage if we didn't have stuff in it that we just have no other place to put. Yeah, I don't want to. I'd like to one of these days have a house again. Um, you know, I mean, if it has to be a condo or something, I don't know. One of these days for Mama. But for right now, we're doing what we have to do, and I'm thankful for where we are, and thankful for a roof over our head, because there's people out there that don't have it, and I'm tremendously grateful every time I come in and go, I've got a place, I've got a roof, got friends, I've got this, I've got that. Just I'm so grateful for it all. What did you get me? You didn't have to get me anything. You know that, right?
Do they see what I got you?
You always get something. What did you get for Mom?
I didn't get anything from Mom. Not this time.
Caramel apple pops. It's not roses.
It's delicious. No. Golden delicious, red Macintosh, and green apple.
What is it? Sweet for your sweet?
It's a fall theme.
What's the fall theme that I'm doing right now?
If you want, yeah. Well, something different for that.
You'll have to show people your tool one of these days.
I can check now.
You want to see his tool? Just understand that it was purchased because we did get a gift card. I actually was in some kind of group, something or other, and I was the winner of a gift card. So that's the reason why he got the tool. All right, I'm going to turn you around and get to see Josh for a minute.
Howdy, y'all.
Can you see yourself?
Kind of, sort of.
And we got a really good deal on it.
So this is my new tool. This is a Dremel Blueprint cordless saw and workstation. Yes, it's a mouthful. But due to the limited space that we have,
And due to your hands as well.
and due to my hands not wanting to work all the time, I had to get something that was easy to work with.
Yeah.
Cordless saw. It's just a little bitty thing, not a big deal.
But I think you said we could take some of it to the thing and cut the foam at the store for it.
We can
Yeah, I thought you said that.
cut the foam. It'll
If we had,
it won't be a clean enough. It won't be a real clean cut, but we can take it to cut the foam.
I understand you all. The paint sticks work, but you always have to have ribbon for them. And if we want to put them in places like the store that we're going to, the store thing, or the store that we have our soap caddies in, and other places, and I want to be able to. Oh, there's a craft store, craft fair coming up in November at a church. I was thinking about
There,
the church we used.
little one.
Yeah, costs like $30 a table. So I was thinking of doing that for the soap caddies and for some of these. We just need more professional frames.
But this is what it folds out to, and we have this great big workstation.
So
And this little metal frame right here allows me to. I can get it in. Push the saw through.
and it'll be a lot cheaper for him to make the frames than it will for us to purchase them. You know, I've got like what, I don't know how many projects I need. It's like 6 projects over there that need frames. No, not all of them are done yet.
There's at least 8 there.
That need frames.
And that's not counting the one like this one or the other one.
Yep.
And granted, the paint sticks are a nice deal.
Yeah.
But
every time I've tried to do the paint sticks, I've had to do them with some kind of ribbon attached because otherwise they just don't want to. They don't want to, unfortunately, work. So they're fine as long as I touch them with ribbon, but then I don't want to have to do it with ribbon every solitary time I do it either.
So this gives me a miter gauge. It also gives me.
And y'all, there are days where he literally has to wear braces on his hands because they're so bad. So I've seen him trying to use the miter box and he's just in tears. And I could try to do it, but I'm not going to do it like he can do it. So
I can cut 2x4s with this adapter.
So
I'm sorry if you didn't see it. This little bitty adapter here allows me to cut 2x4s, which is actually pretty cool because I've got a 2x4 project I have to fix.
So unfortunately, because of his hands, he really does struggle with stuff.
I didn't say you could close yet.
Yeah.
It gives me a mini sawhorse. I can do this one-handed to use on a table for longer material, and that'll be good because then I can take an 8-foot board, cut it down into whatever length we need, and make it smaller quicker.
So I don't think I'm going to be giving up Kinusaiga anytime soon.
I can also do cross cut for like plywood. So then we can do plywood backs, nail.
Well, we're still doing my little signature stuff for the little.
No, you can still do that thing on the back of the plywood. Just adhere it onto the back of the plywood instead.
See, I'm the crafter. He's the figure out this part. I don't do this well.
It gives me little clamps to hold down the.
And I've seen people do kits and they offer the frames already done. So then it's like extra for the frames. So if we do kits, we can tell people, you know, you can purchase a frame already done. So
Ow.
Don't do it if it hurts. I know.
I wasn't expecting it to fall and it smacked me in the hand.
I cut this too shy, but I can fix it.
And then over here, it also gives me Let me keep back. Two little panels that come apart somehow. And go in here like so that I can do a 45-degree angle cut here. But this won't allow me to do like compound miters and stuff like that, like a compound miter saw would.
It's totally Japanese to this girl. That's why I didn't. That's why I didn't do well with algebra. This
is really cool because
this one
it
doesn't.
gets held in by these little little rubber stoppers, not plastic.
Yeah.
Rubber.
And he's had very good experiences with Dremel.
And then it gives me a little vacuum adapter, which I need to go find my vacuum for when we can't go outside and cut.
Hi, Red Bull. This is my husband.
Is
the battery charged or electric?
It's a rechargeable battery. Little bitty 12-volt battery. You can buy extra ones from the store, but they cost like buku bucks, which is not my cup of tea. I try to do it as cheap as I can all of it.
And it goes in the little case.
You smash it.
Please don't smash the fingers, though.
I've already smashed my fingers in this case 3 times. I don't want to smash it again.
They're doing a test because they think he may have arthritis in his hands, so it's really hard for him to use the miter boxes.
When I wake up in the morning, I'm kind of lobster clawing it. The last 3 fingers on my right hand don't want to move correctly. It's just like they stay there like this. So I've got function and used to. But this hand I can still work. This hand I abused.
So it's one of the reasons why we got it, because he was like,
I'm finger jobby.
I'm gonna be he just was sitting there with the miter box going, this is not gonna go very far. So,
By me getting the miter box, it's actually proving that it can be done with the cheapest miter box you can buy on
yes, it can.
Amazon.
It can, and it's worked, but it's not.
My hands don't want it.
Yes, it's hand struggle. And not only that, y'all, it's not just me, it's your daughter that has got projects. So you're pumping them out for 2 people.
Of course, she'll end up seeing the amazing job that I'm cutting out with the new stuff and say, no, I want that one instead of that one.
Well, she's already got the one frame, and I ain't undoing it.
She says she wants it undone.
I am not. She'll have to undo it herself, which is never going to happen. It'll make my life easier because I can create and let him do the frames and say, here we go. We don't have to deal with them.
Well, I can take an 8-inch wide plank of wood and we can get stain for it instead of paint. Of course, it's the knotty pine that you see in like Lowe's. So you can get an 8-inch wide board, a 10-inch wide board, and then you cut it down into what I would like to do is do 3 frames of 1.5 inches, and then the top frame.
Joint help.
Huh?
If you're a fan of Joe, the collagen found naturally helps a lot with joint health. that and supplements generally. I have a similar problem. If you like, there's a recipe and it's kind of gone viral a little bit, and it's where you take Greek yogurt and Jello, and we really like to do that, and it makes for really nice because then you're getting some kind of um,
Collagen.
It's just nice, and he does collagen every day in his coffee.
Do 2 tablespoons of collagen?
No, one. You just do one.
Oh, one. We're gonna have to talk about the whole blending thing now because it's starting to get weird. That's a subject for another day.
I'm not changing it. I'm doing the same thing.
I'm not saying that you are. It's that whole mouth thing again.
I know. You and your.
It wants to be weird.
For those that don't know it, I've talked about it before. Josh is a Klinefelter's patient, which means he has an extra chromosome. So some of his disabilities,
instead of being XY or XX, yeah. I'm XXY.
So
That's all it is.
some of his struggles and some of his disabilities are because he
not being diagnosed until I was
he wasn't properly diagnosed, and he winded up having difficulty because of that. So some of his arthritis, some of the reason he is the way he is because of that. We have to give you a shot tomorrow. That reminds me.
Can we broadcast that one across the
universe? No, but it's a shot you have to help you with all that I keep forgetting to give you because you were sick. So part of what his struggles are is because of that issue. Because of the Klinefelters. So we can do
that would be cool.
That's gonna be for the fall leaves.
That would be cool for a pumpkin piece.
That is going for the pumpkin piece.
Not for the leaf on the pumpkin. I mean for an actual panel of the pumpkin.
Easy for you to say.
Yes.
So we can do the bow, and I don't know whether the bow would look good in something like this. With this.
Stem would look good in that.
Or the stem and the bow. Because these are the colors in this.
You know where we need to go, right?
Where do we need to go?
That place down in Sunbury. That lady's, I think it's just a lady's house, but still.
The one, yeah, I know.
The one that has all the
yeah, but then there's the Country Fabrics is having a sale too. So I don't know whether to do this for the bow and do this for the stem, or do this for the bow and this for the stem. Or sometimes pumpkins have green stems, don't they?
They're green when they're still attached to the plant. When they turn brown because they die.
We have this too. We have this. We want to do more of a brown stem.
What's up with the purple?
Oh, I'm not pulling out the purple right now.
This one. Do that one in the bow.
No, there's nothing in. There's no color of purple, honey.
You can do this for the bow.
There's no purple in this.
You said a bow.
Yes, a bow, but we got to stay somewhat with the colors. My husband's colorblind, y'all.
No, your husband is not colorblind.
You're not?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
You're doing a bow on a pumpkin. Why can't it be purple?
It could be purple if we wanted it.
That's what I'm saying.
We could also do this. I'm looking.
I didn't say the stem, I said the bow.
I know, but there's no purple in that. This.
Why can't you just do
This is the part there.
That could be the bow.
Yeah, but I'm doing for the bottom leaves.
Not this one. That one.
I know, but I'm doing that in another place.
Excuse me. I'm trying to give you ideas.
Yes, I
You're
know
shooting
you are.
me down right and left.
This may be really cute for the bow, though. I don't know if it'll be too busy.
That'll be too busy.
This we can also do for the stem, which I think I like better than this.
That kind of looks like bacon. My mind's on bacon right now. I'm sorry, y'all.
I think I like this better for the stem.
I've been craving some bacon for
It goes. I think it goes better than this. It just does. You can also do this for the bow.
Can do the blue for the bow, but you can't do the purple for the bow.
Because there's no purple in here. Josh, look at this. There's no purple in there, honey.
Okay, do the blue. The blue you just had.
Another one we can do because we're going to be doing blue for that. Hold on a second.
Do that blue.
Send help.
I'm being pestilent.
Pestilence?
Yes.
You do that very well, by the way.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't.
Oh, you do it well a lot of times, y'all.
Hey, you can do that purple. It's got the same coat. The same.
This is red, not purple.
That looks purple to me. That's red. I was talking about the one that's under your other hand.
We could do this. This would look pretty maybe for the bow.
That would be a stem. That's like a brownish red.
Oh, Lord.
Be glad I've not hopped up on sugar yet.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Send help. No, there's something unless Christina took it, which is a great possibility at this point.
You need star stripes on it. It is the 250th, so that one right there.
That would not go at all with that. This is what he wants to use for the darn bow.
No, not that one.
This?
No. That go back up. That one.
This?
Yes.
Oh, this is the one he wants. No.
Yes.
No, I'm sorry. I'm putting my foot down on that one. No way.
Y'all love this banter, don't ya?
Oh, God. Sweet Jesus, help me.
Hey, be glad I didn't say I wanted to get the other tool that I want.
I don't even want to know.
It's actually an electric coping saw, but still. It's made by Dremel also.
You're fired. Yes, I agree.
I can't be fired.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
Then you ain't getting anywhere anymore. If I'm fired, then you're gonna have to drive Mom to the fabric stores.
That's too busy.
That is way too busy.
I don't like that.
That blue you had was nice. It was about the same shade as the blue in that. That's too busy. Plaids are gonna be too busy. That blue right there on top.
I know, but that's going to be a different blue. We have to decide because this is going on the background of this.
Typical storm milk.
Whether we want this, I think I definitely want. Where did I put it? Did I put it back? That's not that one. Where is it now? This for the stem.
I'm sorry, Hawaii. You're getting pummeled again by another storm.
Okay, for this is the stem, and I don't know if this is two for that or whether we need something like this for the bow.
Is it raining? Oh, it's a good thing.
But I don't know if I like that with that. I don't think I like that.
Community?
With all this, I don't think I like that. That's out.
That's too wacky.
Look who I'm. Then I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I'm going.
You're married.
I'm gonna keep my.
You're married to Wacky Supreme.
We can also.
Hey, if nobody's calling you weird, you ain't doing it right.
Yes. That would be possible with that.
We could take a little chunk out of left brain bag. Of course, we'll never get another left brain bag.
No, we're not doing that. Not. Since you bought me the apple candy, you can stay. Yes.
They're really good. The green apple's got a little sour. Well, to me, it's got a little sour twinge, but I also like a little sour. The golden delicious, or the
Wait, hold it. I got an idea. Go ahead. I've got an idea.
the red Macintosh it's just sweet all the way through, and the golden delicious, not the red delicious, the golden delicious. It's a little tart, but it's a little sweet. It's weird.
So,
because normally you get them in the green apple only.
I don't know for this, for the stem.
Whoa.
Or would this be better for the stem?
Polka dots, man.
I kind of like that, I think, because I think you'll see it better.
That would be better.
That would be better. Found the stem part. Just
Yeah, I don't know what it is about polka dots. They just make my eyes do weird things. The little polka dots. The big polka dots don't bother me. It's the little pinpoint polka dots. Boy, that fan is really loud.
I don't really notice it. Got this really pretty red.
You know that.
I know you do hear everything.
That could be a good one too. But for the bow. But the bow will be front and center though.
He sees my mind working. He knows it. Got an idea.
That shade of red will. Hey, look at me.
Yeah, I got an idea. So.
Yeah, I wish we could.
If we did,
Thing.
changed it up. We had this and this for the bottom flowers, bottom leaves, and then we put this kind of alternating it. And then we use this down here below. And then I think if we use this on the top with this, I think that's the better direction to go in.
Which one are you looking at the bow? The green one?
Yeah, using this for the leaf.
Green one is not.
And then
look at me.
Then putting this up here, but then down below here, using that.
You're doing all the work on the pumpkin to say, "Hey, look at the pumpkin," and then you put.
You like the combination of that?
Yeah.
Okay, and then he's saying do that.
But the green kind of fades away and lets the pumpkin be. Unlike the red's like, "Hey, I'm here."
We're gonna go with he won. And that's turquoise, by the way. Like a turquoise green.
You just said it's what color?
Just turquoise like it's green? Yes.
It's a shade of green.
It's turquoise green.
It's a shade of green.
This is a man that would not wear purple on his wedding day to save his life.
I have one purple shirt left in my.
He would not wear purple. He just refused to. But I did get purple on the man. It was one purple rose. I got that on him. He wouldn't.
Technically, it was lavender or lilac colors.
He was surprised. He loved my dress. He wasn't expecting it, but he loved it.
Well, what I was picturing in my head was not what I saw. So understand that.
It was hopefully better.
Oh no, it was much better. I just what you were describing it as was not what I was picturing.
I didn't.
Picturing it.
I didn't describe it too much, but when my husband gets emotional, he gets his nose turns red.
I turn into Rudolph.
And so he was crying when I was coming down the aisle.
My grandma does it too.
Yep.
My mom's cheeks get red though.
Yep. Yep. Actually, I was applauded by the person that our church had somebody that actually was like a lady who helped to run it. And she said I was the first bride that actually walked down the aisle about the same time we were supposed to get married.
Oh yeah, what's his name? His wife.
Yep. She said I've never had it where the and people were like outside the church that were late, and I was walking down the aisle.
Yeah, not to mention my family was in shock and awe that she got my mother there on time.
Yep. And my mother-in-law will be late for her own funeral.
She already knows that she will. That's why we openly talk about it.
Yeah. But see, the funny thing is that when his uncles came to me the night before the wedding, and they just said to me, they said, he said, I've never been to a more organized wedding in my entire life. I mean, we had people at 2 different hotels. I had welcome baskets at each hotel. They knew exactly what was going to happen, directions on where to pick this up. They said, we have never been to a more organized wedding in our lives. I'm like, well, that's me. I'm detail oriented girl.
She's detail oriented, but I'm an organized chaos.
Yes, you are. I love you anyway.
And trust me, when I say chaos, I mean chaos.
So could I move yesterday?
No,
You don't like to see me in pain. You hate it when I'm in pain like that.
I don't like it when you're in pain like that because I want to reach out and help you, but I'm afraid if I try to help you, I'm going to hurt you more. So it puts me in a catch-22. I want to help. I want to be there and help her get from point A to point B,
but you also tell me when I need to I don't always listen though.
see, my problem is I
don't always listen.
I move, and if something hurts, I have to stop. She, on the other hand,
I don't listen.
doesn't want to stop moving.
Well, I have to stop moving a lot of times.
She has to stop moving when it's hurting as bad as it was yesterday, but she didn't want to because she had too much stuff to do.
Well, I listened to you because you just looked at me and said, you got to go lay down. I didn't like it.
I spent a little more than I wanted to at Walmart.
That was my fear.
No, I specifically set aside money because I knew there were some things I had to go pick up. That's why I did what I did. But
you should never go to Walmart unintended. Yes, they say opposites attract. And they do. I'm totally opposite of him.
My problem is when I fall in, understand from the age of 12 into the age of about 35, I felt no pain.
Nope.
From 35 on, all that pain has decided to come back tenfold.
Well, some of it is just because of the diagnosis that came through.
It's the diagnosis. It's the pain I didn't feel coming back to haunt me. And trust me when I say haunt me, yeah. Like my hand hurting right now. I wasn't when I lost my anger. I wasn't one to yell at people.
Nope.
I didn't like the feeling of my hand hitting somebody else.
He would never hurt the soul. Doesn't like it.
I would punch a wall. I would punch bricks. I would punch rocks. I would punch my car before I hurt a person because I was angry.
Yeah, guys, he has a tremendous testimony. He had a very difficult upbringing, and you know, he's been through a lot in his life, but he's he's got, despite how much stuff he had to go through, he's got a huge heart. He'll be the one to give a shirt off the back to somebody.
Granted, my shirts look like Omar the Tip Man.
Well, I know we're working on that. Still, you would do that. And I'll tell you how much, because when we reconnected again after many years of not, and he was still
Because I was told
and we're just gonna leave it at that anyway.
I'm not getting into details.
Anyway,
Said I was told an incorrect story.
yep. Anyway, he sat there and he said, we were talking on the phone, and because of my previous relationship and my inability to handle when people would use language that was just not not cuss words. And I just said to him, I was on the phone with him and I said, "You're gonna do that, you might as well hang up with me right now." I said, "You're not I can't handle it. I won't be able to." So you stop cold turkey. I said, "None. You're more important than that." And then you came to know the Lord again. You became a Christian and that changed things.
I was already a Christian.
Yeah, but you walked away but the fact that you just realized that was something that was triggering for me and you were willing to say, "Nope, I got to change how I talk because I love her and I lost her once. I ain't going to lose her again."
My original thought process when I moved to Florida was
You have to be careful how you do that because they'll knock things off.
I'm going to dance around the subject.
Yeah, dance around, please, because I don't want them
I
to.
was going to go for a walk to Cuba. If you know anything, you know.
Mhm. If I'll give it one more try, I'll see. Best
My
best thing that happened to you.
what ended up happening was
Me.
her, Christina, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law,
Our church.
church, the Florences.
Yep.
Uh,
I'm gonna forget his name now.
Kevin,
No.
Craig.
No. Oh, I can't remember it.
Ooh,
He's like a brother to you, even though he irritates you. Jeff. Was it Jeff? Not Jeff. Oh, goodness gracious. I just mind blown.
Ostra?
Yes.
Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff. Yeah.
Believe it or not, his initials are J-Lo.
He became like a brother to you. My dad became like if you'll ask who his dad is, it's my dad. My dad came in and just loved on him and
You want to know the funny story on that one? That's a whole nother story.
yeah.
Because I chose to act like a not very smart person.
You're far from it.
He thought that that's what I was. Until I tried teaching Mary algebra,
Nope.
which ended up failing horribly, and I got a B in her college algebra class.
Guess what? If our grandbaby wants,
I got a B in her college algebra class while asleep. And you'll be like, no possible way. She read the problem to me. In between problems, I snored. My father-in-law was punching away on his calculator, his little adding machine. He was punching away and it would just sit there and go all the noises in the world. I passed out because I was so tired.
yeah, you were working.
And it's it's really funny because I'm sitting there doing her college algebra while he's doing his own thing, and slowly but surely his adding machine stops, and I'm not paying any attention to it because I'm trying to stay awake, but I keep dozing off. And I'm sitting there figuring out the problems in my head. And a couple days later, he came to me and he said, "You know, I thought you were a complete moron. The other night, what you did proved to me that you were highly intelligent."
Yep.
And I said, "I act the way I act because I don't want people to take advantage of me." And that's what it was a lot of the time in high school. I could have passed all my classes. People saw it. And everybody wanted to copy off my work and my test. And
Yes, you should have.
what?
You should have been advanced in school. You didn't weren't challenged. Absolutely.
I should have been in a. The problem wasn't the schoolwork. Okay. The problem is I already know how to do it.
Just so everybody knows why you need algebra in hotel management, I have no idea because you're never going to use it in that. So understand it wasn't that I was trying to get out of it or you didn't need it. I just needed to get through the bloody class. And I never got my degree in hospitality management, but
no, but I got her a B in it.
So
I'm sorry, I got me a B in it.
I was just glad to get it done and check it off as one of those classes. It was online and he gave his darndest to try to have me understand it.
Broke it down.
I could not understand algebra.
You couldn't wrap her head around.
I couldn't. I was like,
people say
couldn't get it.
They say KISS. They say keep it simple, stupid. Well,
Yeah,
if it was any simpler, kindergartners wouldn't have been able to do out.
I was just, oh my goodness, it was just, I forget it. Forget it. I think we came up with a personal math problem of ourselves that we understood. That was about all I got. It's like, I don't care. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It doesn't compute to head. Christina didn't get algebra. She understood geometry. Understand that one. She got it because it was shapes and images. Yep, pictures, all that kind of stuff. So, I just.
When I took my GED, I missed one question in math.
Yep, you got a perfect score.
It was a social study.
So, very intelligent young man.
Anyway, it goes, I only missed one question.
So, it's just.
But here I am. Yep. My problem was in school that I wasn't challenged.
No, you weren't.
And I didn't like learning from a book.
Nope, you would much rather looked at.
If you would have given me algebra with toys, yep, I would have had the highest score in my algebra class. If you would have given me psychology class with toys, I would have had the highest score.
That bow looks adorable.
It's funny, back before Patty passed away, she couldn't understand. She didn't understand how my brain works.
I still am trying to figure out how your brain works.
What are you talking about? I live with my brain and I don't know how it works. Anyways, she was trying to understand what and how how I could do what I do. And her last visit here, she started fussing at me. And I told her not to fuss at me because I know what was going on. I know what the sermon was about. And the same thing my stepdad tried to do with me. Sit there and pay attention. Don't do anything. Don't take notes. Don't do this. Don't do that. Just sit there and listen. Couldn't tell you a lick of what was said.
Can't do it. Neither can Christina. She has to keep her hands busy.
This last visit, Patty came up for before she passed away. She started fussing at me, saying,
Yep.
how do you do this? She couldn't understand it. And I was like, I just sit there and I told her everything that was said in the sermon. And then she looked at me and said, Josh, your brain is
one of a kind for sure.
I sat there and played video games through the sermon.
Well, and I kind of do the same thing too because I deal with pain. So if I sit there and I just listen, I can listen so much better if my hands are busy with something. So I sometimes will sit there and scroll on my, just do something in Chat GPT or something like that. I'm listening to the sermon. I'm paying attention, I really am. But my hands have to be busy. And my daughter's the same way. She'll be sitting there taking notes. Now I cannot do that for long periods of time because it hurts my hands, so I can't be the one to be taking notes.
Of course, we can always download
But
the Never app.
but I go and I'll be listening. I'll be paying attention. It's just sometimes if I'm really hurt, I got to be focusing on something else, or all I'm sitting there is I'm hurting, I'm hurting, I'm hurting. But yes, they should have advanced him. Oh, I don't like math. Of course, if my teachers could see the fact that I was a cashier handling money the way I was, they'd have been shocked.
I hated being a cashier. And it wasn't for the math. It wasn't for any of I didn't. My problem was I could add the bills up, no problem. It was always the coins that confused me. Even though I would take the denomination, count out the coin, do it on the computer, on the adding machine, on a calculator, whatever, and it was right every time. Somehow my till always came up just a little. It wasn't off enough. It was just like
Let me tell you,
50 cents to $1 off.
when I was trying to close, and inevitably it was off, the whole figures as I'm trying to close was off by a penny. Oh my gosh, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. You were there when I was off by a penny trying to figure out what the heck it was. I was like, man alive. Who entered something wrong? Because you had to take it, then you had to enter it in the system.
Had to go through 8,000 tickets from one day to get the correct one where, oh, it was 1 penny off because.
But they sat there with me and they were like, all the guys came, the girls, mainly the guys, the service guys. They would introduce, maybe there'd be a new person coming in or something. new sales guy. They said, "Oh, this head cashier," and I'm like, "No, I'm not." They go, "Yeah, you are. We all know it. We all know you're the head cashier." And I'm like, oh, "Okay, but I'm."
She was the head cashier. She wasn't given the title, but she was the head cashier.
They wanted me putting in the systems, and every place I went wanted me in management. Josh doesn't mess with petty change. He wants the big bills. Yeah, I mean, he's smart. I have a funny feeling.
I don't even want the big bills. I don't like doing money.
Nope, that's why I handle the money. He does not. He used to work at his car dealership that he was at, or not the car dealership, the Tires Plus, and the guys would rib him and say, "Oh, your girlfriend or your fiance is handling the money," and he says, "Okay." He said, "I know that, but I don't have to worry about my phone bill. I gotta have a roof over my head." And they said, I'm not good with money. I know it."
I
And
can
he said,
find out. If it was my choice,
he said,
the check would come in and I'd be broke within 20 minutes.
so he said,
Oh,
he said,
man.
she's going to take care of the money because I don't do it well. And he said, I've had a phone bill on for a year. He said, I've had a roof over my head. This was before we were married. And he said, she's got to take care of the bills. I just don't do that well. And he doesn't. So I do it. And that's why we help each other. He's got things he's good at. I got things I'm good at. And, you know,
Talking about her niece,
but
my hands can get into some small spaces. But when you take a racket pinion or CV axle and you put those parts into the small space before your hand goes in, good luck.
I have no idea what any of those things are.
Rack and pinion turns the wheels. You turn the steering wheel, it turns the rack and pinion left and right, and that turns your wheels.
Yeah, you see.
Simplest terms possible. CV axles make the car go forward. Well, technically, the transmission makes the car go forward and backwards. It just takes the power from the transmission, puts it to the wheels, so the wheels will go forward or backwards. If
anybody wanted to learn how a car works tonight, you all got an education.
I can tell you in the simplest terms possible how a car works.
I know. You can also tell people the brand of cars. You can also tell everybody the worst cars on the planet.
Anything from 24 on, it looks the same. They just put a different plastic piece in the front, a different plastic piece in the back, and slap different badges on it.
I could listen to Josh all day long. I do listen to Josh all day long, at least some parts. I try.
Half the time she just zones me out and lets me talk. If y'all want, I can leave.
You're probably getting sore on that edge of the bed.
I am sore.
Yeah, no, I can tell it. I can see it.
And you know where it's all transmitting into?
Yes.
That lower back part that's been hurting wicked bad lately.
Yep. And the fact that you have no tail end.
Yeah.
He has a problem. He didn't get any.
God didn't grant me a rear.
Nope, he didn't.
I even have to make my own cushions because nobody makes one sturdy enough for my rear.
Yeah.
Somebody over here doesn't want me to make them because she doesn't like my cushion.
Well, you can make me one because the other one I had to send back. I thought it was going to be like a gel cushion. It wasn't. I was looking for
gel foam.
No, it was something. It wasn't. It wasn't going to work.
Not how much of it was. That much of it was gel foam.
Well, whatever it was, it went back to Amazon because it wasn't enough of a cushion. If you want to try it, I was going to sit with one of your cushions and see. seems so thick. It's like I wanted a gel cushion.
Well,
I think that's looking cute.
that one is.
I'm loving that fabric on the side.
I think that one's 4 inches thick and the other one's 2 inches thick.
I'm loving that fabric on the side. It looks so cute.
I think you made a good compromise on the bow.
Oh Lord. I like how he explains things. I love learning. Yep. I remember when Christina we were dating. We went into some kind of store. It was a hair store, and she
It was the hair store
yeah,
in Walmart.
yep. And she had to touch all the bottles,
All the different shapes.
all not just not the standard, but all the different shape bottles, right? Not
The weird shape
yeah,
ones from
yeah.
the fancy shampoo and the fancy conditioner
It
people.
was just the odd shaped bottles. And I said, Christina, now stop touching that. Just looked at me and he said, she has to touch it. So he just looked at her very calmly and peacefully and said, okay, to pick 3 bottles to touch. And so she did. And he said, after that, don't touch anymore. She touched 3 bottles and she stopped.
If it was me, I would have felt up every bottle.
I know, you go into the doctor's office and open the drawers.
Hey, I want to know what my money's paying for.
He'll go in there and he'll open them like, Josh, come on.
I've been banned from opening the drawers.
Yes, you were. Because I was like,
by you.
Yes.
Because you got embarrassed.
Christina, one time, we got a call, right? And it was like a weekend. There was one thing after another after another. And my mom called me. She goes, Mary, I hate to tell you this, but you're going to have to come here. We only live like 10 minutes away. I'm like, why? She said, because Christina, there was this carpet and it was green. Okay. And
you know the old carpets that were coiled?
Yeah.
Well, it was green and dark blue and white.
Yeah. Braided kind of carpet.
Well, it was coiled.
Yeah. And it was green. And so somehow, and we have since, she will not allow any toothpicks. Anyway. We've had toothpicks, but we've had to hide them quietly. I guarantee you there's none in her house. So anyway.
The only ones I get now are plastic.
So she somehow this green toothpick had gotten into this green into the rug, and so she went back. She took her foot and the toothpick got in there. And
it still makes me hurt thinking about this.
And so we had to come get there. Mom's like, I have tried to get this out. It cannot get out. Well, it had gone in her foot and got bent. So they almost had to
dancing around what happened. It went, she slid her foot back. It went in. It flipped back over top of a tendon or something in her foot.
Yeah, it was.
And it was facing her heel, but it went in towards her toe.
Yeah. So we had to put her, because she was like 9 years old. So it's not something that when anybody could lift her up. She was not lift. And so we had to put her on an office chair.
I can lift her up.
Wheel her out to the car. Get her in the car. Well, we all took her to the hospital because my mother's like, I have tried to take this thing out. It will not come out of her foot.
The only way you're sticking her with anything is with me.
So anyway, we go to the hospital and the doctor said they did an x-ray because they couldn't figure out why it wasn't coming out. Josh is in there with her trying to keep her happy, trying to put gloves on his head. My dad's putting gloves on his head to try to make her laugh. And so the doctor comes in and he just looks at me and says, you can step out of the room because we're going to have to give her a shot in her foot in order to numb it so we can get this thing out of her foot. I said, sir, there is no way I am leaving this room, nor my daughter, period.
I was like, it's going to take more than just you to stick around.
And so they had to cut it out. It was, yeah, they almost had to give her stitches in the bottom of her foot, like one stitch. And so, anyway, they cut this thing out. It took Josh and me to hold her down to give her the. Oh my gosh. I said, I'm leaving. My parents can leave. Josh can leave. But I'm not leaving this child to, well, you did. No way. And gush, it's not happening.
Well, back to the whole glove on the head. It was when it was still kind of even though it was a nitrile glove, it was still kind of the rubbery nitrile gloves, not the latex ones, but it was the more rubbery ones that they would get at that time.
Yeah.
I got the extra large. I shoved it up over my head, pulled it down to where the wristband of the glove was down on my forehead, and then I took a bimby straw and stuck it up underneath.
Only Josh. Only Josh.
I stuck it up the side of my head, past my ear, into the glove, and I would blow up the glove. And of course, the thumb is pointed towards the front of my forehead.
She was laughing. You got her distracted.
She was laughing. Your dad was laughing. Your mom was like, I don't know these people.
I didn't know him either.
You were like, no, just stop it. You're embarrassing. No, stop it. I even walked out into the corridor and was just looking around like, hey, how y'all doing? The nurse looked out. She was like, okay, see you later.
Like a balloon, yep. You didn't try to do that when they were trying to stuff the thing down her, the needle in her foot.
It was during the
waiting period while we were waiting for them to decide what they were going to do.
Yeah, it was before they gave her the shot to numb it.
But I was just like, yeah, you're going to have me leave the room. No, I don't think that's happening.
It's like, let me explain something to you about this girl's kick. It hurts.
Well, you had to hold her because she almost kicked the doctor.
She almost flat-footed him in the face.
I was just like, what?
I was like, Christina, I'm going to hold you down. Give me a minute. I laid across her legs and
I
numbed her real quick and got
Well,
away
it took me, it took you and the nurse to all hold her down enough to put the thing down her. It's like the other idiot of a doctor that said, yeah, just hold her down while I try to unblock her tear duct when.
My mother-in-law was
Oh, it was horrible. It was not fun.
Chuck was trying to console her, but trying to be funny for Christina. He was confused.
Well, that time he didn't have dementia.
At that time, no, it wasn't confused from dementia. He was confused on what he was doing. He was trying to console and be funny at the same time, and he was getting consoling to the wrong person because he kept trying to console my mother-in-law, but he's trying to keep Christina focused on him so they could give her the shot.
Now, my mother and them weren't in the room when it happened. They left because the doctor was like, well, we can only have one or two people in here plus us. So my mom's like, we'll leave. Well, they do it. I said, I am not leaving. You can call security. It's not happening. I am not leaving this room.
Like, yeah, you all want to stick something in?
No.
We'll see how this works.
It was like the
That was after a couple of strep tests, remember?
It was like the doctor at the whatever it was. I can't remember what it was. I think I did. It's like the doctor was like, yeah, let's just tie her to a board and hold her down while we pluck her eye.
That was before me.
That was before you, but she had a blocked.
I probably would have gone to jail that day.
She had a blocked tear duct, and we went to this one doctor, and he was like, yeah.
Really?
It was like,
you down and see how.
No, we're not doing this. See you later. We left real quick. And then one doctor that we went to, he was wonderful. He said, You want me to do this? It will be done in a hospital. He said, under anesthesia. He said, I will not do that. He said, because you could really risk a lot of stuff doing that. That I don't know what the doctor was thinking because, yeah, he was.
Obviously, was not.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't thinking. He wasn't going to do that to my baby.
I'm glad I wasn't there that time.
See, Stu. Yep. Yep. I know. And I was glad he was there to keep her entertained. I wasn't upset. It was just I was tired. I'd been working and I was exhausted and
It was the same week that we went to the hospital because somebody put her hand in the door.
yeah, that was it was one of those weekends where all I wanted to do was sleep and she had to get a toothpick in her foot.
A couple days before that, we were coming out of the psychiatrist's office, and Christina had hold of the B pillar,
Yeah.
and Mary didn't know it and shut her door. And I calmly said, "Mary, you need to open your door." And
She never cried once.
Mary started freaking out, which caused Christina to start freaking out. And I said, "Everybody's calm. Just open the door. We'll be good."
We're coming out of 2J's. I miss 2J's. I miss their banana. I know you don't like it, but they had the best banana cake. I mean,
They had the best matzo ball soup.
yes. No, well, that they had good matzo ball, and the Lester's was always my favorite. It was just something about it. It was simple soup, but it was so
We
good.
had Lester's up here, man.
Listen,
TJ's and Lester's, I wish we
I'll just be happy when they get Publix up here.
You know what needs to happen?
What needs to happen?
Publix needs to contract with Espadas and have Espadas do their subs.
Y'all haven't had anything till you have the spot of subs.
Oh my goodness.
Are we making you hungry yet?
Let me explain this sub to you, okay? It's from the Espadas company called the Espadas. They're down in South Florida. That's the only place you can find them. They don't use forehead meat, but they use a juicier meat product, anyways. They have a sub called the Monster. Understand,
So good.
this sandwich, you have to unhinge your lower jaw to get one bite correctly. One bite.
So
It's about that tall when it's ready to go to be eaten.
and they shave the meat so it's nice and
Yeah, it's a
nice and
well,
thin.
it's not shaved in pieces. It's like a really really thin slice.
Yeah.
But they do. You get like the first piece, the first meat. You get like 6 pieces of roast beef, and you get 6 pieces of turkey, and you get 6 pieces of ham, and then you get 6 pieces of cheese. And then they start the next piece of it, which is you get 6 pieces of cheese, and you get 6 pieces of ham, then you get 6 pieces of turkey, and you get 6 pieces of roast beef, and then they stuff all this
On their homemade bread.
On their homemade bread, and they put the lettuce and everything between the two stacks of
Whatever toppings you want.
and then they smash it together, and then they roll it up, and you're like, "How did you roll that up?" They're like, "Because trained to do it. That's how." But it's crazy. You get a Laspada sub, and you're like, "This thing, this is like a small baby."
It's so good.
It was a smaller than me.
What?
It was a smaller than grandchild baby.
Yeah. Anyway, it was
Oh my goodness.
well, why don't you go try to move?
I don't think I can.
Well, you better figure out how to, because I can't pick you up.
That's gonna have to call Tokyo. Come get my happy dog.
I won't even go there.
Oh, I have to take stuff into mom. I got the kids as a Christmas. I got some of the kids as Christmas.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Oh. I show you what I got her. But I'm not showing everybody else what I got her. Sorry, you all. It's just not happening. I got her two.
It's a pen.
A special.
She loves Stitch.
Yay!
You're not showing. I'm just saying. Believe it or not, when I met Josh, he was a very quiet person. I don't know what I did to him, but he's not quiet no more. I got him talking. I'm loving it. What do y'all think? It's coming out really cute. I kind of cut this a little fast when I was coming. So I'm kind of recutting some of this again. Thank you. Yeah, she loves Stitch. Actually, I got somebody a little Stitch outfit. You can just imagine who that is. I've seen him. The little one's been in it a couple times. So. But I done good when I chose him for a person. If you had told me I'd have married him, I'd have told you no way. Hey. Well, we were friends. I wasn't expecting you to be my husband. Glad you are, but I wasn't expecting it.
Hey, I can't blame you. I didn't think I was gonna remarry ever again either. So
If you ask him what his first love is, he'll tell you it's me.
he's never stopped.
Oh, hi, more.
Even when I got married to somebody else, I still didn't stop. Oh.
You're never late. You're right on time. You're here when you're supposed to be. We are working on. We're working on the pumpkin. I know it's like, but it's not fall yet. But I have to do several of these.
I'm sorry, but it is fall in Ohio.
And I have to do, I have to get the pattern up so people have it for the fall. So I kind of have to be ahead of the game. And you all know
Silkworms come out to start.
I have to test the pattern. You all know I got to test the stuff. Got to test the pattern out and make sure that I don't need to make any things before I put it up on the website. So I want to make sure that I've got it coming through.
Holy moly!
What?
Where did time go?
I don't know. Where did it go? I think I cut it.
Talking for an hour and a half and I didn't even know it.
Like I said.
Now I know how she gets lost. Attention.
Especially when you're doing this, you can just sit here and go one more piece. I promise it'll just be one more piece of fabric. And when you're like, wait a minute, one piece turns into something or other, and then
one more piece turns into 10 more pieces.
well, I try not to, but sometimes it just happens the way it does. I'll have to figure that out because somehow I got that just a little. We can fix it without me having to.
If you all could keep good wishes and prayers out for Ohio, Indiana, everyone is flooding right now, especially like Ohio and Indiana.
We don't have any flooding where we are, but there.
No, but there's other places that.
Yeah. Columbus is like there's parts of the highway that have just been.
Yeah, I-70 is underwater in 2 different places.
Yeah.
Indiana, I-70 is underwater in a couple of different places.
They've actually had to have
There's a rock quarry in Indiana that filled up with water from the river it runs next to.
Yeah, there was they were using snowplows to take care of the water on the highway.
Yeah. That was hilarious. I didn't realize this, but the blues are different. The Insta crate I got from Sam's Club.
Yep.
Has a darker blue than the one I got from Walmart.
It's not even snowing yet. They've already brought the snowplows up to take care of the water.
That was not on my bingo card for this year.
What, snowplows to take care of the water?
Yeah.
I've got to hit this because it's gonna fray if I don't. I cut it too short. Well, we'll fix it. Glue will fix it. There we go. I may have to see what I can do in a minute. I'm going to do this because then if I take care of that side, it can maybe cover it up. Well, not cover it up, but you all know what I mean. But at least if I run this through, it's probably not the one that's going to the store. I'm going to do it with the other one.
I didn't call for you.
She hears. I was having my coffee this morning. She came around the corner. I said to my mother, I said, I think she's got.
I not call for you.
She winded up getting having a little upset tummy this morning.
Well, turkey jerky this morning, huh?
Yep, she did. She'll do that every once in a great while. She's been able to keep, for the most part, everything else down today, so.
She has kept everything else down today.
Yep.
Hasn't she? Hasn't she?
She had an upset tummy this morning. Made this way too big, but I can always keep it. Don't. If you make your stuff too big, don't throw it out because you can use it.
Maybe.
Very funny. You can fix it. It's not a problem. We're actually going to take this because I think it'll be perfect size.
On fire now.
Maybe. We'll see.
Mr. Wellsworth.
Yep.
Oh.
See? I'm going to cover this up with this just another degree. Make it all pretty. You have a good night. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. We're going to head out here pretty soon, too.
Why?
My back's starting to get a little tender. It's still not totally recovered yet. It's better, but it's not totally back where it needs to be. Yeah.
What I could do,
Oh boy, we're
do you a thick cushion and a thin cushion. Put where they flap together. So if you need the extra cushion, you'll have the thin cushion.
problem with that other cushion. It was putting my back forward, and it wasn't like.
Well, this one contours to what's on it, what it's on.
I'll have to sit in yours and see if I like yours.
And if you need to, I can carve it better to fit the seat. What are you doing? What you doing?
It's time to play. Where's the toy, Mocha?
You know, as much playing as I do to this dog, she's very no temperament. I mean, don't get me wrong, I play rough with her. I always do. But she knows when it's time to stop.
Well,
Unlike some dogs.
she trusts you. It's taken a long time to
You're
build.
not gonna bring me your bone?
Been a long time to build that trust up.
Not that one, not other one. Bring me not that bone. Okay, you chew on your bone and I'll
It's funny because she'll bring the bone to us. Like, we can't play with those hard bones, Mocha. She'll bring them to us. I have no idea why. If I go in my mother's room, she will not play with her bone or chew on it any other time. I come in my mom's room and she'll start chewing on her bone. I don't know.
go. Right here. Get your Tupperware bone.
She's too much. She is too much. may have to get replaced because it's like I can't seem to get this up here past this enough.
There, look at your bone.
Kind of cover it up enough. Now I can. I think.
I moved your bed so you can get your bone. Go get your bone.
There we go. That's what I wanted. Because it just had to come up enough to be able to. No, we're not looking for perfect. I know that, y'all. But it was just, it needed to hide the fact that I did it a little shy of what it should have been. So we're going to, by bringing that up.
You just want love. That's what you're called. You want attention.
She always wants attention.
So I'm trying to play with her bone. And
Now it's up where it's not, you're not necessarily going to see it. So I have to be careful because I don't want to down it again. Okay, now we should be good.
got a hairball over there? Need help? Need help?
Yes. Josh did good on the bow. I will admit he did great on the bow.
What?
Yes, you did good on the bow.
Yay! Yeah, I'm not colorblind.
That's up for discussion. Or up for debate.
What? Just because I like to wear black and blue does not mean I'm colorblind. I'm just not.
But there's times I've told you colors and you're like, no, it's not that. I'm like, yes, it is. No, it's not.
What? Are you talking about the lemon lime Gatorade that you swear to me is green?
It's green to me.
It's yellow. It's highlighter yellow. What color is this?
Green?
That's green. You just have a very large disdain for yellow, and you wish
Yes.
to call it yellow.
Yes, I do. And my mother's like, get over it. And I'm like, I'll deal with yellow, but it's just not my
Your bone.
it's not my favorite color in the world. It's just not, y'all. And the Jules it's I like jewel tones. I will put up with those colors, but it's like my favorite color is purple. It is just not. I'm not been.
Y'all want to know why my favorite color is black and blue?
Why?
Because if I was to hit somebody, that's what color they would turn.
But you've never have and you never will.
I don't like
Yeah.
hitting people.
Good. That's why I'm glad I married you.
That's why I said if I ever hit
Well,
somebody, that's what color they would turn.
we're not even gonna say if. And he has his wife to keep him on the.
Somebody messed with my grandbaby, ain't nobody stopped me on that. It was amazing that I got to become a dad.
Yeah.
It's stupendous that I got to become a grandfather. You want to take that away from me?
Nope, nobody
I'll
is.
be the ghost that you never thought would come for you.
Nobody's taking it away.
I'm a proud papu and I will protect my cub.
Yes, you will.
He's not technically my cub, but he's my cub because it's my baby. He is my partner in crime.
Yes, he is.
And he will remain as such.
I got him.
I'm hungry.
I don't know. Ask your stomach. I've got an idea. Y'all can tell me. We can always take it out. But I think
That's not hungry.
red is not my favorite color to wear. I like red. But things like yellow and they don't always look good on me either. I do not own a lot of yellow. I don't own one yellow shirt because it's not a color that looks good on me. It washes me out. I don't know if this will look good, but I have an idea.
Sorry, you mopers. I'm sorry.
Thought maybe putting this in the middle of the pumpkin bow. What do y'all think? I always take it out. Do you like the checkered in the middle of the bow instead of it just being all one solid color?
Oh, goodness.
Trying to do it so y'all can see it. We talked about food too much. Do you like the checkered in the middle versus?
What?
We talked about checkered in the middle. We talked about checkered. Talked about food too much. Checkered in my head.
Checkered rallies.
Don't need that right now. We're done with this. Yeah, I like the checker part. I need this still. Don't need this. Let me know if y'all like the checker part. We'll finish the bow.
So vicious, doggy. Such a vicious doggy.
You also like the solid. I just think the checkered will look cute.
No. No.
This is how it's gonna look to have it kind of like this. And it breaks it up a little bit. It gives it like the little.
Nuh-uh.
Because then we'll have this for the stem.
What checker are you doing? I told you plaid would make too busy.
It's not the plaid.
Well, you said checker.
No, I'm talking about this. We'll get Josh's opinion.
What?
In the middle of the bow. Or should it be solid? We'll get his opinion.
No. My chair being a pain in the tuck.
I'm on my own on this one. Whatever Josh says. Do you think you like that in the middle or do you think it'd be better solid?
I can't see. Got polka dots?
No, it's a little.
A tiny plaid?
Yes. Do you think that would look better or do you think it all is solid?
You can't do too much solid for the knot. Because you got all this here, and then you're going to do all this over here, the same color. The only way that would look right is if it was a complementing color to the green. But just leave it the way it is.
Do you like the little pop of the orange in the middle?
Yes and no. It goes back to the whole. Do you want it to detract from the pumpkin?
Keep or leave? Keep solid or the other?
Do you have a color that complements the bow?
The only other color I could do is the gold.
I heard the water and I thought something was happening. No, I didn't realize it was the water. My brain.
Gosh.
No. Keep it the way it is. It's not a big enough piece to really take away from the pumpkin. It kind of blends it in. You know what it kind of looks like? It kind of looks like, you know how you get some of those people that like to do the bow, but they don't like the knot being the same color, so they wrap it with something else. It's kind of what it does. So it kind of breaks up the green of the bow.
Okay, he says keep. So we'll keep.
No, dear, come here. Come here, puppy. Come here, puppy. Uh,
Was whatever he was gonna.
good girl. I don't see a color that would complement it. We need to get you more fabric.
Like I said, I'm waiting for that sale to go off. And the Country Fabrics is going to have that whole street-wide thing on the 16th or whatever it is. I'll be going there with tooth pain, I guarantee you, but I'll go.
I'm hearing so many different noises in here. It's kind of a sensory overload for me.
Yes, he's most likely on the spectrum and not diagnosed.
I'm high functioning spectrum. I'm more of a ADHD, which is autistic ADHD. Because there's a lot of characteristics of autistic that I am, and there's a lot of characteristics of ADHD. But the funnest one is when I go reading stuff. I hear the different characters, I hear the narrator, and I hear my voice reading the whole thing. That's crazy. And to top it off, I've got the movie playing in my head of what the.
That's why when usually an autistic individual sees a movie, they see stuff we don't see because they're looking at things. Christina could always pinpoint stuff that I couldn't notice in the movie, and I'd be like, "How could you tell that?" She goes, "I don't know. I saw that."
9 times out of 10, I'm playing on my phone while I'm watching the movie.
Yep. Even though you don't know how I crochet, how I go ahead and watch stuff on the movie and and keep it all together.
No, what confuses me is how do you crochet, do stuff on your phone, and watch TV? That's what confuses me.
All at the same time, yeah. So I can multitask very, very well.
I don't task the multi very well.
No, he doesn't.
But I don't have the one track mind either. I
Right.
have
I
things going on at the same
I
time.
literally at nighttime have to keep going. Like I have to have don't you start barking at the window.
I
It's you
right now.
you're gonna bark at, you silly.
Yeah. Not off.
At nighttime I have to keep, like I have to put some kind of. I love listening to Mr. Belvedere at nighttime because it's voices I'm familiar with and it's somebody else talking, so I can get my mind to stop. Somebody else has to talk because my mind just continues to go. And I have all these ideas and I can't get them to stop doing, and then it's like, okay, I need to go get more trays for the glue. 'Cause the one I was using was getting a little funky, so it was time to get a new tray. It's in the pantry, and I don't want to bother with it right now. I use it until it gets really gunky, and then I throw it out. So,
Look at me, Kathy. I'm trying to organize my
but in my mind, I've got to have some voices or something for me to listen to.
keyword trying.
Oh, it's gonna rain, y'all.
That could be why my back started hurting.
So I've got to get my mind to stop at night. Otherwise, I'm gonna be really kind of going through with all different kind of stuff in my head.
Yeah. That could be why my toes have been popping off. You need more bags? I have bags. Not 2 bags, but I have bags. These are 2 pieces that are kind of usable, kind of not. Weird size. So I'll keep them.
Good.
Why don't you put her hat around her neck? And then if it starts raining, just pull it up and fix it over her ears.
This one's probably going to somebody that wins for the thing, but at least if I did one and I knew the colors I was going to get, then I can do the other ones really easy because I just copy this. It probably won't be the one for the store, but still do that for testing. One is always one that's just a little bit. I'm loving that little bow. It just breaks it up. Okay. I'm finishing this one. I'm gonna finish this in the stem. And then I'm gonna call it quits.
I've heard that before.
No,
Right here.
no, it's it for tonight. I'm not gonna go into leaves and all that. We'll do that tomorrow. I'm loving how it came out. Get ready for bed.
Give me that piece back.
Get the stem. At least we get most of the pumpkin done tonight. One job. The one job that's never done. Laundry.
What?
Laundry. It's the one job that's never done.
Picking up my mint wrappers.
That want to attach themselves to everything under the sun, but the trash.
Yeah, you purposely put it in the trash. It flutters out of the trash somehow.
Yep. They want to stay in the trash.
I don't know why that song stuck in my head now. Hey,
I don't know either. I didn't put it in there.
it was a summertime type song.
It was? If you say
Good
so.
vibrations by Beast Force.
Oh, I was thinking, you were thinking, me and my shadow. That's what it sounded like for a minute.
No,
I had totally the wrong song that was not going on in your head.
that's singing good vibrations, and I don't know what you're talking about. I could always go with Tiptoe Through the Tulips.
I don't think so.
That's one of the songs that was written like y'all do.
As long as it's not Willie Nelson, we're good.
That one lives rent free in my
Oh,
house.
good, because it didn't live rent free in my head. Man can't sing. Sorry to disappoint any of the Willie Nelson fans out there, but the man can't sing worth a penny. I have one song by Willie Nelson. Now, he is partial owners of Raising Cane's. That's one thing he's done well.
He's quiet.
He's a quiet owner, but man can't sing worth a lick. Sorry, y'all. He can't. That's my opinion. He grates me whenever I listen to him. But
No, the man can't sing worth a lick. But he's also like a bazillion years old. Even when he was younger, he still couldn't sing worth a lick. But outlaw country is what he's sung about, and that's why everybody loves it.
well, but the one song that I do have of him is Beer
Beer for my horse.
Beers for My Horses. And the only reason I can tolerate that one is because he sings with somebody else.
He's only singing like 3 minutes of it.
Yep. He's not singing solid. But it's because he's singing with somebody else that I can tolerate it. Man can't sing, I'm sorry. And my daughter loves to torture me with him.
Yes, he does.
She absolutely loves to.
He loves it too.
Yeah, we're not going there because we don't listen to. I don't.
No, stop with the Beach Boys in my head, please.
But he has made good with the Raising Cane's. I will give him that.
I'm sorry, there's only so much of the same song of Beach Boys you can handle. And it wants to play nonstop for the last hour and a half.
Oh, I love that. I think if we had done the whole of that with the thing, I think it would have been too much blue. That really helped to break it up.
The green,
No, I think it's a bluish green.
the bow,
Yes.
it's actually technically just called blue green.
You like Willie's music?
That's the color.
Like I said, everybody likes different stuff, and that's
Green
fine.
is blue.
Not everybody is an Elvis fan like me. That's okay.
Elvis is all right.
If you like who you like who you like, and that's just fine. I personally think that's the way I feel about Willie Nelson. But
But there also is
we can still be friends.
there's also some people like me who like a menagerie of music.
I like a menagerie. I just am not a. I can't take them.
You like slower music.
Polk Sound Annie and Promised Land by Elvis are not slow music. Thank you very much, sir. He's gonna get on my last nerve. Anybody want a husband?
Chop suey is not your cup of tea.
Anybody want a husband tonight?
But Elvis is more of a lounge act type singer.
You're gonna really get
Mary
it.
Catherine, where did he spend most of his concert years?
Concert years, yes, but he is not a lounge singer. Yeah, I know, but he did. He didn't just do it in the lounge of the
He
thing.
wasn't mostly a lounge act. He was classified, depending on what years you're talking about, as a lounge act.
I don't think so. That's your opinion, and you're entitled to your opinion. I don't hold that same opinion.
I like System of a Down. I like Disturbed. I like, for whatever reason, I don't listen to the words of it, but I like Origin, the band. The band.
I don't know. Something about Willie Nelson just grates on my ears. I just can't tolerate it. It's just something. And my daughter just thinks it's hysterical, and she likes to tease me about it. But I did accomplish one thing. She is secretly an Elvis fan, especially during his concert years. She will listen to it. So I've done something.
Listen to. I don't care for Michael Bublé, but
I like him.
I do listen to Frank Sinatra. I listen to Sammy Davis. I listen.
Yeah.
What's his name? The alcoholic one.
Oh,
The
good.
Blush.
I gotta remember. Thank you.
I like them. I don't listen to everything that they have. I don't have everything that they have, but I listen to them. I also listen to the Beatles.
I don't like the Beatles.
I said I listen to them. I didn't say I like them.
Not really.
Well,
Never really been a Beatles fan.
Some Beatles songs, not all.
My mother liked the Beatles. I was not a person that liked the Beatles.
But then again, I also like a lot of country.
Jerry Reed, I think it was Jerry Reed, and he met Elvis one time. And he said, when you met Elvis and you saw him in person, he was even more good looking than he was, off, behind, off on camera and all that kind of stuff. And he met him and he said, "My Lord," he said, he said, "the most handsomest man I've ever seen in my entire life." He said, "Too bad I wasn't a girl." And he said, "Man," he said, "Elvis, you're about the most handsomest guy I've ever seen in my life." It's like, "Too bad I wasn't a girl."
But I also listen to bluegrass. So
I just
ask me what my music tastes are, and it'll change every 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Whatever I'm listening to at the time is what my music tastes are. I also like to listen to Teddy Swims.
You also, when we were dating, you don't listen to it as much anymore, but you like techno.
I do like techno.
I'm not a big techno person, but you.
What do you think most of my Fast and the Furious stuff is? And Triple X and all that stuff. It's a lot of technically, I like German death metal, which kind of flows into techno ish.
I never liked any of that. I like New Kids on the Block. He doesn't like New Kids on the Block.
I don't like 98 Degrees, and they grew up in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
I don't like Backstreet Boys. I don't know why. I just don't like them.
Last piece for tonight, y'all.
Those two Coke things are in the crate that's sitting in the wall. Oh, I forgot to give you the towel. Kitchen laundry. Yeah. I'm remembering what you classified it.
The last piece for tonight, y'all.
My brain doesn't do it. Hey, girl. You smell like a sweaty dog. Were you outside running around?
I don't think my mother is running anywhere.
I didn't say my mother-in-law. Okay? I didn't say was she running around.
Yeah.
She's got a long enough leash that Mocha can run around.
We were doing fine until we got partway up the hill. And then she started growling something.
Did something not like. Oh, guess what? I almost got hit by on the way home.
What?
Skunk. He was crossing the street as I was coming up on him. I was like, I don't think so. I slammed on my brakes and swerved to the right, so I would miss him. That is one stink I do not wish to smell.
Experience with the skunk.
It's a trouble.
It's trouble. It's my aunt's dog. Played by Charlie.
Yep, he hid under the bed.
He's been running upstairs and right under my bed.
Troubles was a nuisance.
He was, he lived up to his name.
Yep.
Was the trouble?
He's got, was trouble with an S, troubles with his name.
Well, I'm
He lived up to his name.
Troubles was a troublesome dog.
Yes.
He was a troublemaker.
He was a black puppy spaniel.
Now, my grandmother, understand for those that just listened to that story, right? My grandmother had a very dry sense of Scottish humor. So when I tell the story, please know she would have never done this, but this was my grandmother. She just had a very dry sense of humor. And
Sorry, but if I would have met her in her younger years, we probably would have been the troublesome twins.
so understand when I tell the story. Hold on a second so I get this down where I want it to. Hold on a minute and I'll tell it while I'm finishing this up. Okay, I think that looks really good. And then you all can look at it for me. Anyway, for those that didn't hear the story, my mother and my grandmother, they were living at my grandmother's aunt's house, and so they were in the same bed. So Troubles was outside and got scared by a squirrel.
Years ago.
Yes, when they were years ago, in the 60s.
Years ago.
And so Trouble went underneath the bed and went underneath the bed where my mom and my grandmother were sleeping. So they ended up using like these little uh things to help with the thing with the with the smell, because my 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 aunt her aunt and uncle had to get up early in the morning, so they didn't want to wake them. So they're trying to deal with this dog that now smells like skunk underneath the bed. So the next day while they were at work, my grandmother is calling up to find out how to get rid of the skunk smell off the dog. Some people are suggesting different things, and this one person says, yes, go ahead and dig a hole in the backyard up to the dog's neck and let it just stay in there, and the earth will the up to the neck, and then put the dog in it, and then that way the earth will take out the smell. My grandmother, in her very dry sense of humor, just said, if I'm going to bury a hole big enough for that dog to go in up to the neck, I'm burying the hole big enough for the whole dog to go in. Forget just going up to the neck. She had a very dry sense of humor. She wouldn't have done it. And so they ended up having to find tomato juice and soak this dog in tomato juice to get rid of the skunk smell. It was quite a funny thing. So I love the way that this has turned out. I think it came out so stinking cute. So cute. I think that little pop of that checkered, whatever you want to call it, really looks cute there. It really ended up really looking cute. I love it. I think this is going to be cute all the way around, and then of course the bottom. That's going to be really, really cute.
Mary, what do you want me to do with these old patterns that you didn't like me cutting out?
Just throw them out. It's really coming across really super cute. And I think it's going to be even cuter.
I'm going to need
For sure. I think the leaves, it's going to just be, I love this fabric on the side. I think that's going to be really cute. So, anyway, we will try to come on tomorrow. It's in there. We'll find it tomorrow. We'll find it tomorrow, guys. I think it's time for me to get my back a break and go to have a little nap. But it makes a big difference. It does.
You have to go have a dip.
Nap.
Oh, a nap.
Because I think if you had kept the blue, it just would have been. It would have been way too. It would have been nice, but it would have been too. That. I think that just makes it like really.
Do you have dog? Okay.
Just makes a huge difference. I'm all simply tonight.
I've got to get me a new song. This is the song that.
Oh, please don't.
If I can get a song like that stuck in my skull.
Don't even go with me.
Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, and what continued.
There we go. It's better.
Just because.
I don't know you.
This is the song that.
Joshua Ryan.
Nope, it already left that quick.
Good.
Yeah, gone it. Baby shark.
Oh no, Josh.
What? I'm trying to get a song stuck out of my head.
All right. Before he gets a song stuck in your head, we're gonna wish you all good night. I hope you have totally enjoyed this hysterical.
If it hadn't got my Joe, I'd be I'm gonna come from me.
Oh. Anyway, we will
get rid of the other song. Guess what? I'll wake up in the middle of the night singing.
You realize I don't get a word in edgewise? Anyway, that being said, I'm going to wish you all a great night. I will see you all in tomorrow, hopefully, unless my back decides to do something that it's not supposed to do. Hopefully, I will have enough of this fabric to finish the rest of it. We shall see.
No, that didn't work.
What?
Now I've got 4 different songs playing in one.
Wish me luck, so no. All right, y'all. Remember to be proud of being you. Because everyone else is taken. Keep crocheting that connection. No crochet hook is required. Remember, we have you covered. Thank you so much for having us here.
Anybody else wants to be me.
No, there's just one of you, and that's all we need, honey. I don't need any more. I have enough time taking care of you. I don't need to take care of anybody else. So you got me off track now. Be proud of being yourself. Everyone else is taken. Keep crocheting that connection. No crochet hook is required. We have you covered. Thank you so much for having us covered. I better say that before he gets me distracted on something else, right? I'm putting all my stuff in the
Nice, not interrupting.
I'm glad you had a blast. I did too. I'm glad my back has decided to get better. I love the way the pumpkin's coming out. So that we can. This is one of probably 4 pumpkins I'll be doing, but I do want to get it up there so you guys will have a pumpkin pattern to go with for sure. So we will come on tomorrow, hopefully, so that we can finish working on the pumpkin. And then we've got other ones to finish and frames to figure out, all different kind of stuff. So we've got one in there, so I have to make a change. Trash. See, I do all this stuff so I can gather all my stuff. And that way, when I get up from here,
Come on.
I can go. And remember, you all, just a really quick note. We are putting people's playlist on track. So that way the playlists are coming out at 6:00. If you can go watch them, it may not be a playlist if they don't have any playlists. Like today, our channel shout out didn't have a playlist on their channel. So we just put up a video. So Go and watch, go and support. I will find somebody's playlist to run tonight because the person that I gave a shout out to again only had a video, so I'll make sure I run that video tomorrow. But because there's no playlist, it's really going to be hard to do. So anyway, but go watch the video. Go just support. That's what we're trying to do, and add that to your regimen. Is just go look at our thing around 6 o'clock every night. If you can run the playlist that I put up today, it's 5 hours and something. It will help with us get over that fully monetized goal, which we want to get to very, very, very soon. So we'll come on tomorrow and we'll finish the cute little pumpkin. It's turning out so adorable. I'm gonna love to see how the leaves are gonna turn out. All right, love y'all. Have a great night. Bye bye, everybody, and stay connected. It's so important.